The year is 2026, and that means one thing, Audrey. We are back on the road.
Yes, we are, and we're coming to a city near you. We're so excited. We will be in Birmingham, Leeds, London, Bristol, and Dublin.
Be sure to get your tickets so you can see us live at direct. You can get tickets on
www.thereceiptspodcast.co.uk.
We can't wait to see you. Mwah. Back at last. Thank God we are back at last. Welcome, hello, and welcome to 2026.
Yeah.
We are here. We are grateful. We are thankful. We are alive. We are feeling funky, feeling fresh. All glory to God.
Amen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.
How much have you guys missed hearing that?
Oh my God, I bet they have. Even me, I've been saying it. Exactly.
And we are back again. I've been introducing myself as Tolani. Who the fuck is she? It's your girl, Tolly T, for fuck's sake. But hi, everyone. It's great to be back in the studio, in the flesh.
Is.
This is the first time I've seen you in the flesh since November.
Since November, exactly. Like, you actually left in November. It is now January.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I'm so happy to be back. Look at this. Smiling,
beaming from
ear to ear, all 32s.
Update me. What have you been doing? How was your Christmas? I mean, I know, but how was your Christmas, your New Year's, and all of that?
It was really nice. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was so good to have the rest, man. Like, I
truly.
proper was like, do you know what? I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm just gonna chill and be unapologetic about resting and spending time with family and doing all of that. So it was very, very restful. Like, I just really did nothing. You know, obviously saw the family. It was nice. Oh my God, the Jamiroquai concert finally came up.
Oh, okay. So when that came round and you were there, I was like, oh my God, that's come round so quickly.
No, it did come
round. Because
quickly,
Audrey first told about it when she booked it a year ago. And I was like, I don't give a shit about Jamiroquai.
Literally a year ago, 2024, November. No, maybe
like,
even
oh
earlier.
Oh my God, I've booked Jamiroquai. And I was like, oh, when is it? She was like, next year,
December 2025. I booked the tickets like October 2024.
Yeah.
And it felt like, because even Usher, when we were going to Usher.
To be fair, that felt like ages ago.
And that was like a lesser time frame, but even that felt like ages away, but it proper came around so quick. So I went to finally see Jamiroquai. It was bloody brilliant.
How was it?
It was so good. And do you know what I love? I love it when sort of like throwback artists or whatever, just any artist in general, they do the songs that people love because no one cares about new music. I mean, they haven't put out a new album in a minute. So I wouldn't want to go to a show and hear new music because the fun of a concert is singing along. Do you know what I mean? So they just did one song from the new album, which sounds fire. And then everything else was classics. And it was just like, it was so fun. So I went with Melly because she's the only other person that I know that is like down for Jamiroquai. So I had a spare ticket and I just asked her if she wanted it. It was her birthday as well. So she came with me. But yeah, it was great. I was singing like a singer. I was singing like I was flipping Mariah Carey, and I had 6 seats as well. But no, it was wicked.
Six seats.
Yeah. I was like level 1. Oh my God, I could smell them. It was amazing. So no, that was really good.
Jamiroquai is a dem, is a gang, is a band.
They're a band, yeah.
I know you're lying.
I know, right? A lot of people don't know that, you know.
I thought it was a pronoun. I thought it was one. I thought that man was one
changed his pronoun.
I did not know. It was a they. As in multiple.
An actual multiple
I was
band.
unaware of that fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm sitting here saying that. For all I know, he could have switched out band members, and I wouldn't have a clue.
You'd have no idea.
Because we know JK as the front man. And actually, I think shout out to that band because it must be so mad, like knowing you're part of this like global sensation of a group and you can just go about your day.
Do you know that is the version of fame I'd love?
Yeah. Like
that, I'm very talented. I do my shit. I get paid well. And I can do everything as normal.
Just go about your normal day.
And those who know.
Exactly. The ones who know, like you'll get your nod here or there.
Exactly.
But it's not like being bombarded and overwhelmed. But no, it was wicked. It was wicked. But it was so funny because I started seeing like reels and TikToks of people that were going before my day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people went alone because, you know, you may not have a fellow Jamiroquai fan or whatever. And then people started doing hot takes and I was just like...
I hate that now.
Do you know what?
I hate that, like, you see things before you experience things. Like, people tell you, and here's the set list. I don't want to... I want a surprise.
Do you know what I saw that pissed me off? Someone was basically like, oh, they're so disappointed in JK because he was basically using AI technology for the staging and the production.
Right.
But he's got a song called Virtual Insanity. Don't you think that's hypocrisy? I was just like...
So is he the one that sings The Return of the Space Cowboy?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the song I know.
Yeah,
okay.
no, you know Virtual Insanity.
How does that go?
Futures made of virtual insanity.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he did tell you the future's made of virtual insanity.
And
And here it is giving
that
you
song
virtual
came out in the
sanity.
90s, by the way. So he's always been ahead of his time. But I was just like, that take is fucking ridiculous. Because if we're going to use AI for anything, I'm not mad at people using it for staging and production. I feel like that's what it should be used for. Like, that's when it's in its safest.
I absolutely hate AI.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not mad at it, but when people are using it for other more sinister things, of course, like that's a conversation. But sir, like you're reaching. But other than that, it was brilliant. And then I had Nick's birthday.
Oh yes, how was the party?
Oh,
I was
my
so
God.
sad I missed the party.
I know, it was actually so good. So Nick turned 40 and I had planned an epic birthday celebration for him. So we had a family dinner and it was just incredible. And then we had a party afterwards with his friends, but it was all on the same day. And it was so much planning. It was so stressful, but the results were amazing. So for his birthday, I got him tickets to AFCON as well, yeah? So on his actual birthday day, because all year he'd been saying, I really want to go AFCON, but he's not the type of person that's going to actually make any plans to go. So I was like, okay, this will be the perfect present. So I booked him tickets to the quarterfinals, had no idea he was going to make it through, whatever. Booked the flights, booked a sick hotel, booked transfers. I just wanted to make it a very nice experience for him. So that was
Did
the
you
present.
get him a ticket for 2?
I didn't, because at first I was going to get him, I was going to go, but then because he knew some people that were going, I was like, I don't want to tag along if he.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Yes,
this
you
is
can.
to do. Okay, so when I do that, I would get a ticket for 2, but I will say you don't have to take me.
Yeah.
If you don't fucking, you don't fucking take me. But I will say, hey, you don't have to take
your
me.
Leisure.
Like if you don't take a friend that would like it, but I'd be so offended if you don't take me.
You better not find a friend that likes
I'm just like, but like, of course you're gonna take me. Like, but I want to say obviously like go with your friends.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Sure.
Do you know what? I was gonna book 2 tickets and I wanted to go, but then I was like, I can't be honestly asked to find childcare and do all of that. Just let him go, and he knows people that are going. But in hindsight, I really wish I went now.
Yeah.
But so I just got him the 1 ticket. I got him 6 seats. Everything was just patterned. It was patterned. So I gave him that on his birthday. But in the past, Nick has alluded to not ever being surprised and wanting, like, he would love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as we're approaching the actual dinner, so on his birthday, I gave him that. And I think he was so gassed, like he was so happy. So what I basically did was I gave him a cup and I gave him a keychain of the map of Africa. And then I was like, what does this signify? And he was like, this is Africa. And he was like, this is a cup. And he was like, I swear I'm going Africa Cup of Nations. I was like, yeah. So he was really, really gassed. And then on the day, we just went to dinner and he was really happy, but I could tell he was not fulfilled. But he always knew that the weekend we were doing something for his birthday. He'd known that for months, right? So he didn't know what it was. I was like, we're doing an activity. And he was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So that weekend was always like secured in the diary. So as we're approaching the day, we're getting closer and I just wanted the surprise to get there because he was happy. But I could tell he was thinking,
what, no party?
What, no celebration? And we got to the 40th the week before, and he was like, do you know what? I wish I did something like this for my 40th. I was like, if only you know what is coming, it's bigger and better kind of thing. So then as the weekend's approaching, I saw one of his friends who lives on our road and he was like, sis, I think he knows about the family dinner. And I was like, say what now? And then he said that basically Nick had gone to a family wedding the week before and one of his nephews was like, I'm not going to make it next week.
There's always one person.
And up until that point, I knew Nick had no idea. Like genuinely, he had no idea.
Always one person.
And so his nephew had been like, I'm not going to make it next week, Unc. And then Nick was like, what's next week? And he was just, and then the cousin kind of,
always
and then
one person.
His niece's boyfriend doubled down and was like, yeah, I'm going to fill my belly, man. Are you dumb? Like, are you actually dumb?
And the thing is, you send the invite says, it's a surprise.
Honestly,
it's the first words on it.
Say, it's a surprise. I couldn't have stressed any more that it's a surprise. In fact, the invite said surprise, 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 like stars
like,
in the sky.
It's a surprise.
Like literally, like it was just everywhere that it was a surprise. Like that pissed me off. So I called his sisters and I was like, we need to hatch a plan because I don't want this being spoiled. So then his sister basically called him and was like, she said they were just talking in general and she was like, we were supposed to have a family dinner for your birthday, but it's not going ahead because family dramas.
Yeah.
So she made up this whole scenario about the family kind of having like problems or whatever. And she was like, and that's part of the reason why we couldn't have your family dinner because people are just like arguing, blah, blah, blah. So Nick came to me and he was like, I know about the family dinner. And I was like, he told you? And then he was like, I found out, but then, and I was like, did you speak to Hannah and did Hannah say that it's not happening? So I think he was trying to catch me out to see if our stories matched. So when I was like, if Hannah told you, then I'm guessing she told you it's not happening because of the family drama. And then he was like, yeah. And I was like, are you disappointed? And he's like, well, I would have liked to have gotten all my family together, but it is what it is. And I was like, don't worry, we're doing something. Just me, you, and Anaya. Like, it's been locked in for ages anyway because I couldn't get the family together. I really tried, and I'm sorry that you even found out about it. So I do genuinely think that he truly thought. And then he was like pissed for the rest of the day. Yeah. I could see that he was disappointed.
But like, but something better is coming.
Exactly.
I know you're angry now, but promise you.
Better, and I just wanted it to hurry up because that was like the Thursday, and we still had a couple of days. Anyway, on the actual day of his birthday, we're getting ready to go now. I'd given everybody a specific time to get to the restaurant, and it was really nice because it was like his sisters, like all his his sisters, his big brother who he had spoken to, and his brother had lied and said he was in Dubai because he lives there and he goes back and forth. So he's like, oh, I'm in Dubai, blah blah blah, and just like his nieces and nephews, my family, like it was really lovely. So then I get a call being like, oh, we're running late, like, you know, delay. So anyway, we ended up delaying, and as we're walking out the door, the corset that I was wearing bust open.
Of course.
I was like, really? Anyway, we get to the restaurant now, and then I'm like, oh, we're going to dinner first before we go to the activity. So I get there, the restaurant's they're all in the know. Mind you, I'd gone there in the day to drop off a cake. And so I'm like, oh, table for 3. So I think he was like, yeah, they were like, your table's ready. So we go downstairs and we had all of the downstairs area and then his whole family there. So as we come downstairs, they're all like, surprise. And he just like burst into tears.
Oh, that's really
He
cute.
was just so shocked. Like do you know what? There's a world in which maybe he secretly knows or knew or whatever. And obviously that spoiler didn't help. But I think regardless, he was just so happy.
But it's still so nice.
Yeah, and it was just
what did he do? Did he like run backwards like everyone else was?
Because,
okay, walking it like what?
Yeah, he couldn't because he was holding Anaya, and then Anaya's so extra, she started going
too loud,
being all dramatic or whatever. But he was just like shocked. Like he just slowly came down the stairs and he was just like holding back the tears. And then he went and greeted everybody, and it was honestly so lovely. We had such a nice time. Did the cake, did all of that. And then the surprise for part 2 was that his best friend and his wife, so we had 2 spare seats.
Yeah.
So then he's like, oh, who are those seats for? I was like, oh, you know, Abs and Darren, they're running late. And then I'm messaging, being like, where are you guys? And then I was like, oh, they're not going to make it because childcare issues. But then Abs and Darren, they came at the end and they're like, oh, bro, so sorry, like childcare, blah, blah, blah. So then they're like, oh, why don't we go for a drink? So I'm like, oh, yeah, like that's a good idea. Like, let's the 4 of us go for a drink. So the family exits the building, and then it's the 4 of us, and then we make our way to the location for the second party. And then shout out on my friend Fiona, because basically there were people in that location already having dinner.
Yeah.
And so she basically asked them to just stand at the front and just sort of act as like regular members of the public.
Okay, yeah.
So when we've come into the bar, he's just seen people drinking, doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then we go around the corner and all his friends are there. And then he's just like, everyone's just like, surprise! And he was just like, oh my God. So we had a cake for that. And then I got like one of his friends from school that he hasn't seen in years to DJ to do a garage set, because Nick loves garage. I wanted to get a performer, but my money didn't stretch that long.
We were trying to get DWE.
I was trying to get DWE to come and do performance. And I was just like,
I don't know anyone who knows that man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I just DM'd his like person and never even like properly heard back or whatever. But but it was honestly, it was so wonderful. Like we had such a good time. And then Nick was just like, now he's just like,
that's so nice.
Like, he had the best time. Like it couldn't have gone any better. So I was just like,
pat on the back, honey.
Pat on the back, yeah.
Now it's your turn soon. He needs to.
I
He
know,
needs to step
my
up for your
time is
40th.
fastly approaching. So I hope he's making plans.
Also, you forgot the detail of the AFCON tickets. Getting quarterfinals,
exactly.
And then guess who's in the quarterfinals?
So I booked
and then
tickets
who won it
sporadically, right? I was just like, book quarterfinal. I didn't even cross my mind because I was like, what are the chances that Nigeria make it on that day? And
they are chances, bitch.
I was like, what are the odds?
The biggest
what
odds.
Are the odds? And then also for the AFCON, there's 2 stadiums, right? So there's a Marrakesh stadium and there's another one like in another part of Morocco. So you never really knew what matches were taking place at which stadium.
Yeah.
So when I booked the tickets, it was completely on a gamble. Then that week, we found out Nigeria had qualified. So I was waiting for the announcement to come through on the tickets to be like, what stadium are they going to play at? Because I booked in Marrakesh. I was like, if they're playing in Marrakesh, this is just a win all around. And they were playing in Marrakesh. So when he went to AFCON, he got to see Nigeria play in the quarterfinals and win.
The better Nigeria won, because it was Algeria or Nigeria.
Out of all the Nigerias, the Nigers won.
Of course we did.
And
we're
so
now in the semi-finals.
It was perfect. Like it was perfect. So he was just so gassed, that he
I've been watching some of the matches of AFCON. Gosh, the stadiums are empty.
I know, they're really
fucking
bad.
hell.
Bad.
Like the atmosphere there, it doesn't feel. I'm just like, it's empty. And I I mean, there was a lot of discussion to talk about like what it is to travel within Africa, as in like it is a joke. Like we can get within Europe very, very, very easily. A lot of trying to travel within Africa, you're going to Dubai to now come back on yourself. So there's loads of things about the aircraft and the government in Africa, blah, 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 blah. So there was that I don't know, like I'm sure is a part of the reason, but it is so empty.
Yeah, it is empty. It is.
And it's such a fun cup nationals. It's like it's so fun. There's so much like culture.
Yeah, it should be a vibe because Nick was even saying that. I think what he went to see was quite busy, but I guess Algeria's not too far from Morocco.
Yeah.
So a lot of their fans could come in. But he said there was still quite a few, but it was like
not that many. Yeah.
You're watching it and you can't really hear the chanting and all the rest of it, and it's just
There was one I was watching. I was like, there's about 200 people in the stadium.
The energy is not.
Yeah. It's just not there
compared to like the Euros or the World Cup or whatever.
And as a frequent football goer, went to go watch Arsenal once.
Oh yeah. I mean, going to see Arsenal at Emirates is the equivalent of going to like 25 matches.
And they were playing PSG, so
That's
it was a game.
Yeah,
it was a very honestly such a good time.
No, but it is a vibe. I've only ever been to one.
Because I was with my mother-in-law and 90s babies.
Yeah.
And it was like, we had such a good time.
It is an experience.
I was just in awe. But don't worry, guys, I haven't decided my team yet.
Oh, you're still deciding?
I'm still deciding.
I just support who's winning.
I assumed that I could do Arsenal and Man U because they're not in the same city.
Oh yeah, it's not
it's
not a derby, is it?
Yeah. I just thought like they're different cities. Like it's fine.
What's the harm?
surely.
You've got your London team, you've got North team,
your Northern team. Hey,
God forbid a girl has options.
People are too strict. too strict.
No, you can't say that around football fans, man.
Yeah,
they get so offended.
Yeah, don't be offended. I don't actually care that much. Same. But yeah, no, I'm glad you had a good time.
I had a great time. So that was the majority of my Christmas, and then Christmas came up, and it was just more chilling. Yeah.
Nice.
How was Nige?
Nige was so good.
Yeah.
I had
tell us more.
really, I'm trying to, first and foremost, right, I've been on here very many times telling Uber to go suck their mouth. I mean, I still use it because I ain't got choice. So I still use it. But I would now like to tell Uber that I would like them to hire me.
Oh.
As an informant. I would like to tell you what the Nigerians are doing to your name, Uber.
They're killing the brand.
My God. Hire me. Like whatever standard of morals or conducts that you have that run in every other Uber, Nigeria is running it to the ground.
They're tearing up your name.
Don't give a shit. The one good thing about Uber in Nigeria is that it'll wait for you. Do you know here after 2 minutes they cancel you? Yeah.
Waiting around.
No, they'll actually solidly like wait for you. So great, perfect, whatever. But firstly, the cars they use. So I think these cars are probably only in India and Nigeria.
Right.
It's like a Suzuki, right? But it's like a box. No, genuinely, it's. I'm not joking. It is not bigger than a go-kart car. Like it is a box. It's literally a box car. And the worst thing about it is that you'll be all dressed up like the bad bitch that you are.
And then you've got to
go to the club
into that.
And then there is not a country more elitist than Nigeria. So here's my first 2 weeks, my first week and a bit, I had a very nice car because I had someone who I was taking their car and having their driver, and I'm like, let me tell you how it's like. So imagine like, I don't know, a shopping centre. Maybe not a shopping centre, but like, if your car is shit, they won't let you drive in to park. They'll tell you there's no space. So the first week in this nice car, I'm being let, like, it calls, come and park. Like the driver's parking, come through. I've gone to the same locations in my Suzuki box. Suddenly there's no space for my Uber to come in. Suddenly
car.
I have to walk into the entrance now because suddenly you guys can't let my little box in. But it is very, very humbling being very dressed up and then seeing that car outside of your thingy. And I had many Uber things. Like one time, one of that little box car fell into a gutter.
Lord have mercy.
Whilst I was in the car, I don't know what is wrong with him. This man reversed. I just felt a dip. The way I screamed.
I would have been so shooketh.
Both, we finally both come out, and then it says I should help him lift it.
I'm sorry, what?
It's like, hey, come on, let's just do it. I was just like, sorry, what? It's only small. Okay, I'm aware it's only small, but why the fuck?
Exactly, I'm a paying customer.
Why would I do that?
No.
Like, why would I do that in my sundress? Why would I help you lift the car out of a gutter?
I'm on my way to brunch.
So I was literally on my way to brunch. So then I had to get one of the security guards at the gate to help him. So they lift it out, whatever. And then I had to pay the security guard.
Oh my God.
A little tip to say thank you. Cool. Next day, I'm in another Uber. It wasn't a box this time. The Uber it just breaks down. And then we stop and he goes, that's that. I said, sorry, what?
You better cancel my ride.
He said, well, that's that. I said, what do you mean that's that? Why would you not check the car? I'm going in. He was like, why are you shouting? Can I happen to anybody?
Actually, it can't.
I was like, fuck off. Got out of the car, they're waiting. But like, yeah, if people want to hire me as an informant, I will go and I will sort out the rules and regulations in that country. I will make sure they do not run your name to the ground. And also, I don't think it's fair that you lot are sending that raggedy car to Nigeria.
Yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah, there is like, as in,
thing.
if anything hits that car is going. No, it is a tiny little box. I'm not sure it's safe. It's MOT, whatever. Suzuki, you guys are doing evil things. I know you are.
Yeah, they can't just be dashing.
Something ain't right about that. That car would not pass MOT in this country.
Yeah,
without a doubt, it's not passing MOT. But hey.
Yeah.
Hey, here we
That's
are.
crazy.
But what else? It was good. I had a really good time. I went to concerts. I went to go see NATO C. Do you know who NATO C is?
No, I don't know anyone.
NATO C sings 10 over 10, 10 over 10, 10 over 10. Shake it
I
down.
don't know
Shake
any
it down,
music.
shake it down, shake it down.
I don't know
It's
any
such an
music.
old school, he's a really old school Afrobeats guy. And what was great about every concert I went to, the video popped up. Now,
see,
I would
he
like
works.
to give
I don't care
accolades
about
to
him.
that man.
I know he's a
you know.
Nepo baby, but he works.
That man works. And
Yeah.
also, he seems like he's having such a good fucking time.
I'd love me. I think he's now officially my favourite.
I think he might be one of my favourites, you know, out of the big
Out of
three.
the big three, I think he's now my favourite.
I think he might. He looks like he's really enjoying what he's doing. Like he's
loves
having
it.
a great time.
And he doesn't have to work that hard.
I promise you, if we had a Davido feature, he'll come to our concert. He'll come and pop up. Like I said, everybody he has a feature with, if they have a show, he'll come and sing with you. Like, I'm in town, sure, cool. Popped out at NATO C, popped out at Edekuna Gold was an amazing concert.
I bet.
Came out to that as well. And I was just like, you're so happy.
Yeah, he's grateful
He
to
just
do it.
Yeah, and I think also what's nice about him compared to the big three is that like he feels like he doesn't take himself too seriously. Like he's a bit more, we have a good time, we'll laugh. Like I'd like to hang out with him.
Whilst
he feels
making
like
bangers.
a laugh.
Whilst making bangers,
Like
by the
I
way.
was just like, yeah, man. And he's been making bangers for Davido's been
he
making bangers.
actually has bangers, you know. Like I feel like everyone else, and not just the big three, but might have dry spells. I don't think Davido's ever had a dry spell.
Yeah.
Like he's always got a banger.
He says one of my favourite lines ever in a song, which goes, "Come if you wanna." I said, I know myself, I'm gonna wanna.
Bars.
I love
Lyrics.
that line
Listen to the
so
lyricism.
much. Because, bitch, I'm gonna wanna.
Yeah,
What do you mean, come if you wanna? I said, I know myself, I'm gonna wanna. I'm gonna wanna come, don't you worry.
No.
Like, he's actually, genuinely, he's a really, really good time. Speaking of big three, did like, went to dinner, Burna Boy did it on dinner as well, which was actually really, really
How
good
was
fun. It was good.
Yeah.
Like, it was like promoting, he's now the head of some kind of title that I don't mess up, so I'm not gonna say it off for on. And they launched the whole thing in Nigeria. It was like the dinner was good, really good vibes. Some of the best margarita I've ever had in
I
my
love a good cocktail.
life. Oh my god! Like the food at the restaurant, not that great, but the margaritas and the drinks, absolutely slapped. And that was a really good time.
Yeah, that looks like
partied
a
with
really,
them.
really nice dinner. Obviously, I was watching vicariously on socials.
Yeah. And it was so funny because he came in late, of course, or whatever. So he goes by and says hi to everyone. And then comes to say hi to me, but he just grabs my shoulder. You're right, yeah? I was like, sorry,
Did
what?
you know you were British?
I said, what about me gave you? You're right, yeah?
He knew you were in it.
He must have known that I was just came
Yeah,
back. I was like, what about me gave you? You're right,
yeah.
yeah? I was like, yeah, I'm cool. Okay, sure. But yeah, it was really nice dinner. Like had the party afterwards, which was a really good time. There did become a point that I think I was on like my 8th consecutive day of going out. And I was like, I can't keep doing this.
The thing is, the whole dirty. Did you do much of like actual dirty December
No,
as well? All of those parties.
My dirty was actually quite moderately clean, to be fair. Like I didn't do all of the big clubs, the bohos or whatever. Like I'm really lucky to have a really lovely community in Nigeria now that I get to do it as if I live there. Yeah. So it didn't feel too tall. To the point that there were so many people in Nigeria. I did not see so many people. I didn't hardly saw anyone. Because obviously everyone's doing the touristy things, which is absolutely fair. It was 30 December. But like, no, it was actually quite,
It looked so wholesome.
Yeah. It was
looked
really, really lovely. Was out when I went to be out. And no, I had a really, really good time. And the people that I saw, people that I wanted to see, spent a lot of time with Irene. It was really, it was really, really sweet. I had a really lovely time. I was there for about 7 weeks or something.
Yeah, you were there for a minute, girl.
Which is the longest I've actually ever spent in Nigeria, which is actually quite good to do. I want to go back spend quite a while there again when there is no thing, where there is no
When it's
dirty
just, like,
December, where it's
normal.
just the
Yeah, yeah,
normality of it and actually see what it is like to be there normally.
It feels like if you're there, just before Dirty December, it feels like not like a cloud, but it feels like suddenly like you can hear like a herd.
No, literally.
like
to the point that like I was like, oh, so many people are here now. People are like, Slotty, shut up, you're here now. And I was just like, oh, all the Londoners are here now.
Was there a lot of African Americans there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a lot of African Americans. It was really, 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 really good time. Yeah. I enjoyed myself.
Good.
Yeah. Did all the things I needed to do. I didn't eat as much as I should have done. But also, do you know, sometimes you're just a bit scared of...
Yeah, you can't just do that
holiday, that runny stomach.
Yeah, oh my God, that's just like guaranteed.
Yeah, it was guaranteed.
Yeah.
I think by that
once you go there.
first week, I was like, oh, here we are. My stomach is
your
like...
stomach's about to just like reset itself to get used to like...
and your bum hole is on fire all the fucking time.
Oh Lord,
like, quite literally.
African shits, or just holiday shits in general, travel shits. Yeah.
That traveling shit is a thing.
Yeah, travel
but no,
shits.
I had I had a great time.
Good.
Yeah. Is there any stories I'd like to tell? No, actually.
Any tea?
No.
Okay.
No tea. What's been happening in the UK of A? What's been happening in the cultural space of popular culture?
What has been happening? Do you
People
know what?
breaking up.
Yeah, I know. Like it's just... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about 2026, man. I feel like at the top of the year, you can kind of like, I don't know, just sense and energy. Like this year, I've got no idea like how it's gonna like pan out or whatever. I feel nothing, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna be bad. Do you know what I mean?
We won't be bad in Jesus' name, not for me. And anybody else that wants to make their own plan, that's for them. But it can't be. It has to let's talk about New Year stuff. Do you have any like resolutions? Do you have any vibes, any plans, any hopes, dreams?
Do you know what? I'm going to say it on the podcast so that I actually hold myself to it.
Yeah, because that always works.
Yeah, exactly. And not that I haven't made commitments
all the
on this
things
thing
you
here
said on this
before.
podcast that you haven't
never done. Which, by the way, I still haven't
gone
swimming, and I haven't put a Naira in swimming. I'm going to, because she's showing signs of interest. Like when she's in the bath, she's like, I'm swimming. So I think she like wants to, and she like flaps her legs around and then she poos in the bath after. But anyway.
And then Audrey will send me a picture like it's
I know,
a normal
that was so
thing
funny.
to
Like
do.
one time when I shit in the bath and I said
it's so disgusting. Why are you doing that? And it would like ruin my day. But she doesn't understand. She's just laughing.
And like, no sugar water, nothing. I'm just like, look. No, but this year I have to buy a house.
Okay.
Like that is not even up for debate. Like that is my number one thing on my to-do list for this year.
Okay.
I have to buy a house and I have to move. Like, and do you know what, to be fair, even if I don't move, I need to have purchased a property.
Okay.
Like that is my number one goal. So I'm putting that out there because I will just be too embarrassed for it to not be a thing. 'Cause it's an actual serious life-changing thing that I do genuinely need to do.
Yeah.
So like that's like my main thing, if I'm being completely honest with you. So yeah, we will start the property search very, very soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So yeah, other than that, like in terms of like personal development ones for like just me as an individual, it's going to be the same goal that I have every year, which is just to like go after things more and just like put myself out there instead of like just waiting for things to happen. I've been saying that.
Be less passive.
Exactly, be less passive. Like I've been saying that for 8 years straight on this podcast. Yeah. And I feel like I'm getting better.
Babe, we are on the 10th year of the podcast.
I know.
We are on the 10th year.
We are entering our 10th year.
That is of the podcast.
Crazy. It doesn't feel like it at all, but 10 years is actually such a long time.
Fucking hell.
That's a decade. Like the fact that it has its own name, it has its own thing. Is it a decade?
Yeah,
What's the one that's 12? A dozen? Okay, yeah.
Please, Audrey. Don't start my new year like this, please. Give me a break.
Yeah, no, it's a decade. It's got its own thing. That's crazy. That is friggin' insane. So yeah, so those are like my practical thing and that is my personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I've got a whole list of things from my mouth to God's ears. I think one thing I definitely do, I want to pick a sport and get really good at it.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, like I said I was going to swim last year. I learned how to swim and how to do that. I think I'm leaning towards tennis.
Yeah.
And like get like a teacher. Like I want to pick something and be like, I need to learn, I need to be okay with starting something that I'm not good at. I'm really bad at doing things I'm not good at. If I'm not good at it, I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And I need to, and because I've done it, once again, I've downloaded Couch to 5K. I download Couch to 5K every 6 months. It's an app that literally gets you from the couch to running 5K in 30 minutes.
Couch to 5,
Yeah. And every time I do it, I get to like week 3 and I was like, fuck it, and I just go run a 5K. Like I'll just be like, oh, I can do it, blah, 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 blah. So what I've downloaded it as a practice in one step at a time. So I'm actually going to see the whole thing through 8 weeks. I know I can run 5K without it, but I just want to be like a step at a time. You don't need to get to the finishing line straight away. And I think that's such a big learning for me this year, especially like a big thing for me for this year is I feel like I'm starting again. I feel like I'm transforming. I feel like there was like an expansion that's needed. And I just... like last year was awful, like awful. And I felt really stagnant and there's so much more to it. And I just need to move forward, but also be kind to myself that it doesn't all have to be like, and I've worked it all out now. Like it can be a step at a time and it is well.
It is well.
Like relax, honey. It is well, like it is fine. So that's a big thing. I've got like, I need to earn money aggressively. Like, not even
with a hardcore invention.
Aggressively earn money. I want to like do more. I want to go on more holidays. I want to anything like hang out with my friends more. And also doesn't have to be just dinners. Like just do stuff. And
last year we said we were going to go to each other's houses more.
I know we
actually
didn't.
will translate that into this year.
Yeah,
and do that more.
Yeah, and just like hang out and do things and just 100%. Yeah, there was like a whole list of stuff, but I just it's 2026 was a good year. Yeah, I'm saying it now, so when I say it later, it is done. Like it is stamped and approved. 2026 was a good year.
Perfect. I love
so that is where I'm at for the New Year's. Amazing. I don't have any like ridiculous like.
No, I don't think
I'm gonna do this by this day.
Massive things, you know, they all lead to bigger things. Do you know what I mean? The little small things, they're just as important. So yeah. No, I love that.
But that is my goal.
Amazing.
And amen. I wanted to talk about something that I'm a little bit scared to talk about.
Oh, fire away. What is it?
So do you know the gospel singer Donny? Don't give me the side eye. I'm not talking about it.
Oh no, what did he do?
So Donny how do you say that? McKagan.
What did Donny do?
Donny is a gospel singer, right? He sings, "We fall down, but we get up. But a saint is just a sinner who
Even fell." I've heard that song.
I know you've heard that song because of Girlfriends.
Yeah. Yes.
That episode of Girlfriends. That's how I know that. Yeah, that's
okay,
when.
Yeah.
Because a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. Yep. So Donny has a book like years ago. Donny claims to have prayed the gay away. Oh, so he I think his story kind of like starts with trauma. I think he was like assaulted and by a man, and then he according to his story that then that made him gay, but like, you know, God came into his life and he managed to like be ungay.
Okay.
What does that mean again of that guy? I'm not gay no more.
Yeah.
So he became not gay anymore and he like played the gay away. And there has been a recent claim from this guy who was just like, he kind of went to Donny because obviously he was inspired by the book. He was also assaulted as a kid, and he kind of went to Donny as a way to get help because he wanted him to help him pray the gay away. But during that process, Donny assaulted him.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was like sexual assault and blah, 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 blah. So he's like suing him. I don't think it's a criminal case, but he's like, suing him and things like that. But obviously that Donny's come out and has denied it and said it's not true. But the man also claims that like Donny sent him an email after he did it being like, "I'm so sorry, I'm a disgusting old man. I don't know why I've done that, blah, 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 blah." So obviously if that email if it can be verified, it kind of proves that it was true.
I mean, it's a smoking gun, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not necessarily that I'm scared to talk about the case. What I want to talk about, and I don't think this is not the right place to talk about it. And so she says, bringing it up. Do you think you can pray the gay away?
Ooh.
Like,
I do you know what it is? I don't know, purely because I'm not someone that identifies as same-sex attracted. So because I don't have that, like, that's not my lived experience. So I don't know what it feels to have those feelings to begin with. So I can't speak to whether I can, because I don't know what it feels like to have the feelings. I can't speak to whether it's something that is, because I feel like once you say that, then you're kind of insinuating that it's a choice. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of linked to sexuality being a choice. And I don't know that I believe that sexuality is a choice. In fact, I know I don't believe it's a choice.
I don't believe it's a choice.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't think so. I don't think you can pray it away. I don't think you can pray away who you inherently are, but I think you can pray and ask to not lean into those feelings or not act on them.
Because I guess it becomes a I think it's really difficult. I can imagine it being really, really difficult to be gay and to identify as a Christian, to also be a Christian, because like you are in churches and you are in places where people tell you that God inherently hates who you are. That the God you love, the God you serve, the God who you believe in doesn't like who you are. And you are consistently in places that tell you that. So that relationship must be so conflicting. And then you're finding yourself like, you still believe in this God, you still want to be loved by this God, you still love this God, but everyone's telling you that, no, he doesn't like you for what you are, sort of thing. So I can understand the want to now be like, okay, cool, I feel like the only thing I can compare it to is like someone praying against temptation.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't want to be tempted to do this thing. That like I have this thing in me, but I'm praying that I don't want to be tempted to do this thing. Because like you have is it Jacqueline Perry? Is it Jacqueline Perry? Who is she was a lesbian, but she also I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but like, God forgive me, sometimes I look at that woman, I was like, girl.
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 be who you are. It's actually okay.
Be who you are for your pride.
Live your truth.
Jackie Hill Perry.
Okay.
Yeah, you've definitely seen Jackie Hill Perry. Like her whole thing was again as well. Like, and I think there was one clip I saw of her that she's talking about. She can't say she doesn't have those temptations. It's just that like she just has to pray against them temptations. But I'm like, because there's been awful like churches who have done big things of like assaulting men, assaulting women, like really causing harm on them, and this idea of praying the gay away. Like it becomes, I think there was like a whole campaign, like it was huge, and it was just like you like and it's riddled with assault and things like that. So it's such a, when I hear it, I'm like, this just, I don't know. And it's also a way for many people to take advantage, like,
of course,
which is alleged what Donnie's doing. Like, you're taking advantage because, okay, you're trying to pray gay away. Why are you touching my dick? Are you telling me that you're doing it just to make sure I don't get hard? Like, why are you touching me?
No, there's this clip that I saw, and it's more like banter, and it was basically like all these like gay guys at conversion therapy, but it was literally like
conversion therapy is the word I'm looking for.
And they had these like half naked Adonises of men, and they would just like have all these gay, but again, this was created by these gay men. It was actually a spoof, right? And so they're all just like lined up, and then this guy, and they're basically in the conversion therapy, and they're trying to like tempt them, and they're like, look at this hot guy, you're not allowed to touch him, but the guy's just like it just starts licking his chest.
The thing is, there will be a difference between conversion therapy and praying the gay away.
Yeah.
I think those two things are very
because conversion
different.
therapy is literally people pack up their kids. Those really deeply homophobic people pack up their kids and say, you're going to this camp where you're going to be involved in all of these classes and sessions, and they're basically just being abused and being talked down on and just being. Yeah, it's I can imagine that is very, very, very traumatizing. Like that must be an awful experience versus, like going to a pastor or someone who you believe
just
can
praying
help
yourself.
You. Yeah, exactly. Or just praying yourself and just hoping that like you can pray away these feelings.
If you think this thing what you're doing is wrong, I'm not saying it's wrong.
Exactly. And that's if you believe it. Like if you believe that there is like a conflict of interest in how you want to live your life and versus your faith, then I can see why people would do it. But I think that's all you're praying for. I think you're praying for the strength not to be tempted. But you're not, I don't think that there's a prayer that's just like,
make me ungay.
Yeah, exactly. And unless, there are people that have talked about, how certain sexual experiences have kind of maybe shapes their sexuality. Because I think with sexuality, and I don't know, like, oftentimes we say it is a spectrum. Like, I don't know that anybody's 100% of anything. So there could be a world in which people are experimenting because they don't know. And then they try something, they don't like it, and they decide, actually, it's not for me. But I think that's very different because those people, like, if you have the freedom to experiment and explore versus you have this, like, voice talking down to you, telling you ain't shit, and you're all of these things and all of these homophobic messages, like, those are two completely different things. But generally, I think you're born that way. I think you're born liking what you like.
I am convinced it's nature, not nurture.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm convinced because
definitely
you can't. There are certain people who are brought up in families, in countries where this thing is illegal and they're telling you everything, and you're not like, but it's something that's still innately in someone.
Exactly. And people say that all the time, like people that come from like very homophobic and religious families and stuff like that, they're like, if I had the choice in this matter, do you think I would choose this life for myself, to be isolated, to be beaten, to be abused, to be all of these god awful things? Like, why would I choose that for myself? So I don't believe that whatsoever. The same way I knew from quite an early age that I was straight, but like
she likes them boys,
but I just knew. So if I can identify that, then why would it be different for someone who's same sex? Like, it doesn't make. I knew from when my sexual awakening, it wasn't sexual, but I knew when I liked boys. I was literally 4 years old. I will always talk about JB. Okay, for those who are hardcore listeners of the podcast, you know who I'm talking to. I was 4 years old and I walked into reception and I knew I wanted that thing. Like, I fancied him so badly. I was like, that was the love of my life until reception, until the day I left. So why is my story more valid because it's society's norm versus someone that has...
I'm so fascinated that you remember being 4 years old.
I remember, it's not 4 years old, it's him.
No, because I just don't. I feel like I don't know what my earliest memory is.
I remember.
I genuinely don't think I know.
Really? I remember far back.
I always get confused about what was a memory or what was a story that was told to me that I did. I don't actually know what my first memory is. I can't lie.
I remember going to school. I remember my first day of school. I remember seeing JB and being in love.
Something I remember when I think about it, I still see it, was like my first day in a new school, and I was in year 5. And I got lost on my way home. That I remember. How old are you in year 5?
Like 10.
You're 10, but that's still
10.
quite, that's right, yeah. And like, mum had taken me to school and I was going to go home by myself. And I don't know where I ended up. I took the wrong turning. And I remember asking someone for money to call my mum on the payphone. And I was just crying to be like, I don't know where I am. I don't know how to get home.
Yeah,
come to find out, I was like, maybe like 3 minutes away from the house.
You were in the big bad world then.
It felt like it was the biggest. Yeah, it was the biggest. That's the only thing. I don't remember, like, I don't know if I remember anything. That's a lie. I remember the first time I met my mum.
Yeah.
And I was
poignant memories.
Yeah. I remember the first time I met my mum. Yeah, and then I was about 7.
Yeah, I don't remember like every day of my life at 4 years old, but I remember specific things. So yeah, I don't remember what else I was doing. So I remember a life before my sister was born.
Interesting.
Yeah, and because my sister and I, there's like 3.5 years between us. So I remember life without her there, and it was lit. No, I'm joking. I remember life briefly as an only child. Like, I remember that. I remember my mum being pregnant with my sister.
Oh, wow.
Like, I remember stuff like that.
This place is cold. I'm not used to you people's weather, man.
Yeah, I know it's cold.
I'm freezing.
I'm actually okay. Maybe somewhere in
I am so cold.
Yeah, it is chilly in here. I can't lie. The studio, it gets really hot or it gets really cold. Like, there's really no in between in this place.
Jesus
but yeah,
Christ.
it is cold. It is cold. But if they dig out that email, to go back to the story, if they dig out that email,
he's done for.
He's done for.
Once that email's verified, he's done for.
He's actually done for.
Yeah. So
you remember that
sorry.
story of Eddie Long, that other pastor who he had like some big mega church in Atlanta or something, and again another one of these churches that are always peddling, talking, like, being homophobic basically.
It's always someone like, they're shouting.
Yeah,
I'm like, this pastor's talking to himself.
I feel like that's a red flag. like if they're
why is it always a talking point?
Of all the things that are going on in this world, that is always your go-to. Like, you're always talking about the LGBTQ community, and you're always talking about like that. I would just be like.
What else?
Exactly. Yeah. What else? But yeah, Eddie Long, I remember that story. And then he had been accused by like teenage boys. And he was basically having these retreats and stuff like that. These like turn your boys into men type of retreats or what have you. But he was abusing the boys the whole time. Like,
you even talking about Eddie Long? Don't you remember the church in Canning Town?
No, what happened?
Do you know the church in Canning Town? That man went to jail. Jesus House.
Oh really? What was he doing? Sexual abuse as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I remember that story. He went to jail for it. Yeah. Like, he was apparently touching the children, the children boys.
Mad.
Yeah. So, do you know what? If everybody just has the means to be who they are, but also work on themselves, like, the world would be such a less fucked place if people weren't so like. If people were allowed just to work on themselves, right? Like, if people, like, because even like going back to the Diddy documentary, right? A lot of it, I was like, I wonder how much of this evil would be if this man was allowed to be the gay man that he is. If he felt free enough to be the gay man that he is, would all of these people have been dealt with all of the damages that he's like led along the way? Yeah,
I think repression really does a number on people.
Bruv.
Like, it really, really does a number on people because it's just,
Like, if it was just, we could have had a bad boy stylist.
Exactly.
Like, because, like I said, just be the gay that you are.
Live how you want to live. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like for people like that are just inherently evil. It's more than that. It's the power, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that they want the power and the assertion over people. And
apparently it's been claimed that the whole trying to make Biggie pay for the funeral is not true.
Yeah, but I saw, what's his name? Oh, there's that, oh my God, I think his name's like Touré or something, and he's this old school presenter from MTV.
I remember him. Yeah.
But he's like, just does TikToks now basically.
Oh, really?
And like he's really big on there, and he always has like a lot of likes and views and engagement and stuff. And he came out and debunked it because he was like, I know that's not true because he was like working for Rolling Stone or something.
Yeah.
So that, but I don't know that it still doesn't mean it's true. Not true. I think there's probably, maybe, I don't know. But it just, in a narrative where someone is capable of such fucked up things.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? But even if that's not true, that doesn't.
Everything else is. Do you know what I mean? It's still like a disgusting.
That's like one thing that's
what
been
surprised me about the whole thing is the men, the black famous men fighting each other about it.
Yeah,
like Dwayne Wayne's like Joe. Okay, I know Joe hates 50 fair, but like why is the commentary about this? You got now fighting each other about it.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Because Jim Jones is now fighting 50 about it. Everyone's just fighting about it. I'm just like,
because they don't want to be exposed.
Let's stick to what's being talked about here.
They don't want to be exposed because it's just like, oh, when did this become normalized in hip hop that we sort of out each other's secrets? And again, people are focused on the wrong things. Like I hate when people deflect on that level. It's like you're focused on the fact that 50 made this documentary, yeah, and we know that he made it in spite. Like, let's be honest.
Of course, and Diddy's not 50's not an angel.
He's
that
not.
man has also got claims that should be outed as well.
His documentary too is pending, and he should also,
yeah.
But it's like, you're missing the bigger picture. Like, okay, that's a conversation that you guys can have amongst yourselves. But if we outed this behavior and there's people that were legitimately hurt and like been traumatized and their lives have been changed forever, surely that is the bigger like, why are you focused on the fact that, this is against guy code? Like, that's irrelevant. I don't give a shit about that. Diddy did these things. Like, he did them. Like, why is that always bigger than the program kind of thing? Like, I just will never understand it. I think it's a fear. I think they're scared. That's the only legitimate.
What will come out next?
Yeah, because it's just like, if it's almost like they want to silence people, because if we normalize this talking thing, then who's next?
True.
You know? Yeah. Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next?
That was a good old days of TikTok, man.
That was a good time.
Who's next?
That was a good time, boy. But yeah, mum.
No, it's just discourse and theories and all of that.
It's actually mad.
And on to more discourse. I'm actually going to talk about this properly on Patreon. Sorry to be that annoying person, but like,
it's true.
Sorry, but there was something in the news that we can't avoid, right? But the offshoot of the topic that I want to talk about, we'll talk about the actual thing.
Okay,
is how are you there for a friend who has done wrong? So hear me out.
Okay,
there are times when it's like, Audrey, me and my boyfriend have broken up because he did this thing. And then it's, no, I was the one who did the things. It's easy to be there to be like, oh, babe, don't, like he's a cunt, babe, don't worry about him, you can do better, you're so beautiful, whatever. But how do you now comfort when you now know that like, when you are the villain, you are the bad guy, you're the one that fucked it. But obviously,
I'm still going to be your friend.
And I'm still going to be there.
Yeah.
How do you comfort?
That's a really good question. How do you correct a friend that's in the wrong? Not
even correct, because ultimately you don't need to tell me, baby,
you really know they fucked up.
How are you there for me?
How am I there for a person? I think you still have to be there the same way that you would be there if they were the victim in the situation.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously it might be cushioned with a bit of reminding them of the accountability they need to take, or maybe helping them figure out, like, how are you gonna come out of this situation? But like, I'm never gonna start beating my friend whilst they're down.
No, absolutely not.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna start.
The accountability can come later as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
sorry.
Like, read the room. There's actually like a time and a place for everything, and I feel like all of this stuff goes in stages. Whether it's a grieving friend, whether it's a friend that's been done dirty, whether it's a friend that has lost their job, whatever. Like, because if a friend's lost their job and they were constantly late every single day and they talk shit to them.
My mouth is
I'm
so cold.
I know, it's really cold.
No, my mouth is actually...
It is really, really cold.
Go on.
You have to do it in stages.
Get me back in Lagos.
Yeah, no, honestly, this weather is nasty. It is really chilly in here. But yeah, so I just think you have to do it in stages, I think. But like I said, I'm not going to kick my friend whilst they're down. Like, I'm just not going to do that. And it's like, if they've come to you and they've been like, they've done something fucked up, okay, we already have accountability because you've come to me to say,
exactly. When it's there,
yeah.
Because what good is it going to be for me to be like, oh, you fucked up? Okay, I know
exactly.
No, what?
I like to think like. I feel like I really try to be the practical. Like, so what steps can we take to like fix this? Like, how can we actually remedy this? I feel like I always like to feel like I'm actually doing something in a practical way to move things along, as opposed to like just doing lip service sometimes, because sometimes it feels, even if you're not, like sometimes it feels performative. I'm just like, I don't want to be performative. Like I actually want to be like a woman of action. Like, what are we doing kind of thing. But I think, at first I'm going to be like, do you know what? It's okay. Like, yes, they're dragging you. Yes, but it's actually okay. Like, speak life into that person first and foremost. Because I feel like if something happens and you've done wrong, like sometimes the inner shame is like an awful feeling. And I feel like sometimes you do need people to like speak life into you. Like, listen, we all make mistakes, people fuck up, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, I'm going to be there for my friend. I'm going to try and find ways to remedy the situation, to try and fix it as best as I can, like to my capabilities. And then later on, when some healing has taken place, we can go back and talk about our lessons. We can laugh about it. Because eventually you will like laugh about it, depending on what it is. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna like drop my friend out because they made a mistake or they did something wrong. Like that's just not gonna happen. Again, depending on what they've done.
Because the thing is, my thing is not a thing of like dropping them out. My thing is that like, do you know, like when something happens, let's say like, I don't know, a friend, her boyfriend or husband or whatever cheat on her. You have that thing when all the girls go around, where close friends are around and everyone's just like, you know the script.
You are worthy.
Babe, this is nothing to do with you. This is his mistake. You are like, you're so beautiful. Don't let him, blah, 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 blah. All of that. Like, you're strong, you've got this, we won't judge you if you want to take him back, it's up to you, like love is love, like love wins. You know the script, you know what you're saying.
Not love wins.
But when it's then like we're all coming around knowing that you are the reason for this downfall. The scripts can't be, babe, don't worry, like it can't be, because she's like, bitch, I'm losing the love of my life.
No,
something
you have
I've done.
A script, but it just looks different.
So what's the new script?
So now, before, you're like, oh, you were kind, you were beautiful, you were special.
You were smart. You were smart, you were kind.
Before it's
you
all
was
of
beautiful.
That, now it's like, babe, you fucked up, but it's okay.
It's
actually okay. Things. So it's the same energy, but it's just different wording. So now it's like, people fuck up, people make mistakes, babe. You weren't the first and you won't be the last.
That one.
You weren't the first and you won't be the last.
It could always be worse.
Exactly, it could always be worse. Listen, this will blow over. This will be old news. No one, like, we can fix this. Like, it will be that kind of language, but essentially you're doing the same thing. You know? But I might not tell you you was smart, you was beautiful, you was can.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna like speak life into you to make you know that this is not the end of the world.
But you know, I was trying to think about it. I've never been in that situation. Not because my friends haven't fucked up, but because they don't call you out when they're fucked up.
Yeah.
When you find this the one that's done
it's like, do you want me to come over? All of a sudden,
I'm cool myself. When you find this not such, she's like, no, I should be by myself, you know. They don't want you to. They don't need it. Please,
exactly.
Watching people watch you when you know you're. Nobody will. I won't call anyone over.
Also, that even though they're speaking this life into you or whatever, like, deep down you know what they're thinking. Why the fuck did you do that? You stupid bitch. I can't see my friend know deep down that they know I'm a stupid bitch, or like, no, you actually fucked up, you know.
I've said that to someone before. I can't lie.
Like you,
and that's because I find cheating a good man. And I was like, babe, I can't lie. Why did you do that? And also, like, the person who cheated was like a waste man ex. And I was like, why have you done this?
And if they know you're that honest friend as well,
they're not calling
definitely
you
don't want you around.
You can fuck
In
off.
fact, I might not tell you until 3 to 5 business days later until it's happened. Like, let me not be at a state where I'm crying all the time and I just can't believe I fucked up or I got caught or whatever the case may be before I start inviting other opinions, because you already know you ain't shit.
Yeah. When you know you fucked up, you don't need to know anyone to know. Like, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, or you will try to reduce it and minimize it as much as possible and maybe not even tell the story in its entirety or what have you. But but the requirements are definitely different. They are definitely different. Like, as the villain and as the friend, or like, you know, whatever position you're in, what you have to offer is it's just.
I hate being a villain when something ends with a relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Because now it's like, imagine a breakup is hard enough. Even if you have the most civil, not platonic, but if you have the most civil, amicable breakup in the world, it's still painful.
You know you're the one.
When someone's done something to you, and you talk about this all the time, when you're being forced to make a decision that I was not mentally prepared to make. Yeah. That is so annoying, because what do you mean I was going about my good day and now suddenly I've got to make a life-changing decision?
Exactly. Because of your fuck up.
Exactly. I wasn't prepared for this. This was not on my bingo card, right? But when you are the villain, oh my God, you're not even really worthy of like the love and the support and all of that, and you know it deep down. No, that just adds to a really very shitty situation.
Yeah, like being, or even sometimes like when you're in an argument, you're like, shit, you might actually break up with me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, he's actually going to leave me.
Like, shit, I took it too far this time.
He's actually going to leave me.
Because there were times I'm like, no, fuck, I actually took it too far. Like, I've actually taken it too far.
There's no coming back from this. And, it's like, and when the person tells you that as well, and they're just like, no, do you know what? Especially when they start telling you they need time.
Why?
Oh my God, what do you mean? Like, no, all of a sudden you want to fix it now. All of a sudden you don't understand the concept of space.
No, I don't understand space.
Don't have too much time to think. Like, no, because you just want to be in that person's face trying to fix it all the time.
Yeah.
And so when someone's like, no, I need time to think, you don't want them getting influences from outside sources that'll be like, she did what? Nah, babe, love yourself.
I took it too far, but please.
Love yourself, please.
I'm sorry. Like, why are you so angry with me? I'm so sorry. Like,
it's awful.
Someone can't play with you again. Fuck.
I know, God forbid. I mean, being the villain is not the one, because there's nowhere to turn.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to turn. Like, when you were the victim, then you've got everybody cushioning you, and everybody is like surrounding you with a cushion of love. And it's obviously an awful situation, but you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Because recently I've been watching Vanderpump Rules, which is, to me, the greatest reality TV show of all time. And they have this big scenario at the end of the season where there's this couple, Tom and Ariana, and they were like the perfect golden couple. She's super cool. He's super cool. Everybody kind of looked up to their relationship. At the end of the season, they'd been together for like 10 years, right? He ends up cheating on her with her friend, like literally like her best friend. And they have this long affair, and they get caught. And then the tensions in the friendship group become really like divided, because some of the girlies who were very good friends of Ariana were also good friends of Tom, because they all kind of came up together working in this restaurant, and that's how the friendship group even was like formulated, kind of thing. And some of the girls had a really hard time just being there for Ariana. And Ariana, like, I've never actually seen this on reality TV, so I'm used to watching Love and Hip Hop and shit where people forgive cheating and it almost become normalized.
Yeah.
But Ariana's stance, I've never seen that on TV before. She was strict. Good. Like, to the point where like people started saying, no, you're doing too much. Like mind you, he was fucking her best friend behind her back. And then the audience, like on socials and stuff, were like, nah, give the guy a break. Like, because she was literally, what's the word? Is it great? Something blocking, where you just go no contact. Like, if he entered a room, she just would just refuse to film and just refuse to talk. She was so boundaried. Like, and she said to all her friends, I know we're all in a circle of friends, but if you want to have any kind of interactions with him, whether it be sort of like informal, whatever, casual, you cannot be my friend.
Fair.
Like, that is my boundary. If you want to go be friends with him, go be friends with him, but you cannot be friends with me, because he can't have access to me in any way, shape, or form.
That should be the norm. I think we've all started being like, oh no, it's cool, it's forgiven, it's meant to happen. Like, please.
Exactly. And so, so she became kind of like the villain for a little bit, because people were like, oh no, but it's because we're so used to seeing people forgiving that it almost seems so weird to see someone, like, first of all, she ended the relationship, and then second of all, like, I don't give a fuck whether I'm filming with you, whether we're on the same TV show. I want nothing to I want nothing. And she was very, very strict. But the friends were like torn about what to do. And they were just like, and it was just like, girl,
sorry, those friends are stupid.
Yeah, like, what do you mean?
Very, very
and
stupid.
She's obviously gone on to catapult, and she's doing amazing things, and they're all just kind of lingering around. But I was just like, there is no like, what's the dilemma?
Did you see the other Instagram couple that's broken?
I don't know anything. I've seen them. Kirsty and
So I've seen their content, but I absolutely hate couple content.
I've seen them, but I've never tapped into it.
I hate couple content.
What did they even do? Like pranks and stuff?
Like, I think like the ones I've seen of her was when she would be wearing, you've seen it when she wear heels and she's like running really fast and things like that. Yeah. So that was their thing.
That's the only thing I've seen.
And he's a chef or whatever. But like, I didn't know this until the announcement of their breakup was happening. But they've been together since she was 14.
Damn.
She's been with him longer than she hasn't been with him. in her life.
That is I'm always so fascinated by those couples that have been together since school.
Since they were 14.
Because you know how many transformations you've had?
Exactly. Got 2 kids together. They've become very like famous and like, and also her glow up has been amazing. She's really, really sharp. I don't know, she's always been beautiful, but like her in work and things like that. And like there's been an announcement of breaking up. All I'd like to say is that like you people made the right people famous. Because if I got caught cheating with my husband cheating, if I'm back at my husband, I am not announcing shit.
Yeah, doing a
like,
statement.
What the fuck has it got to do with any of you? If I get caught cheating, you think I'm going to apologise to you lot? The only person I'm apologising to is my man.
Husband.
And that's only if I want him back.
Yeah. Exactly.
If I don't want him back, well...
I may or may not apologise to him too.
yeah. And if I want him back and he says he requires a public apology, I'm apologising to him publicly.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to be saying I'm sorry to anybody I disappointed. Why would I disappoint you?
Why would you have expectations of people that are just humans?
Also, why is my love story the benchmark of how you see love?
Yeah.
I don't care if I change how you see love actually, because you're a fucking weirdo. Don't you have parents that love each other?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Do you have relationships in real life
in real
that you can
life,
put you're better off putting your benchmark on love on Disney than you are on me. Follow God, not me.
Yeah.
Like I said, like how can my relationship affect you so much that you've now changed your belief on love?
Exactly.
Get a grip.
I think that says more about
Get a grip.
people and their parasocial relationships as opposed to like what the person's even done. Because that is crazy. I do kind of understand a little bit why they might make, because if you've made a lot of money being, and your support and your views and everything you've done has come off the back of you being
of course.
a public couple, then I understand why you would feel the need to tell them you're not together anymore.
Yeah.
But in terms of the apologizing to the public and saying, oh, I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys, and I know, like, no, that is a step too far, because once you become at the mercy, you can never really live your life authentically again.
You'll be apologizing for everything.
Exactly. So I just, that is ridiculous. But I understand why it's like, okay, well, we follow you as a couple page.
If I'm a couple page, then fair.
Why
have to
am I
be
not
like,
seeing the couple part?
yeah.
I'm just now seeing you as a singular, like what's going on kind of thing. So I get that bit to be like, but even that, it needs to be brief.
And I get why people announce it. So it's like, if you see this man doing anything, or if you see me doing anything, we're not cheating on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's why Tiana Taylor said she announced it. She was like, it had to be announced because like he was out on the streets, people kept DMing me, and she had to be like, we're not together.
I didn't think that was going to last. I never believed it.
Oh no, not thinking, not with.
Oh, Aaron Pierre, that's
no,
my
I was talking about with her.
With
her
Iman.
ex-husband, with Iman.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Aaron Pierre and Tiana Taylor was a PR couple. I'm so sorry. Beautiful, made perfect sense.
Never bought it.
I think it did what it had to do for the time that it had to do it for, and it was stunning. Like I visually, mwah.
Do you think when people are PR couples, they actually have sex?
I would if it was Aaron Pierre.
If it was Aaron Pierre, that's me
Let's make it more authentic.
Yeah, exactly. Let's actually fuck.
So if we actually fuck, when we're outside,
give
we
off that
can
energy.
believe, like, we know we're really intensely together. If you hook me up with someone else and they try to fuck, I'm like, if you touch me, I'm calling the police.
Yeah, exactly. Please.
I'm calling my PR, my lawyer, and the police.
Because
like this one, we only get seen together. But if we're PR'ers and you are someone that I could, let's run that.
And when they do it, do you think that
I think it's about my PR couple movie.
I remember there was an episode of Kardashians, and Kim and Chris was trying to actively, this was after she split up with what's his name, Chris Humphries, and Chris was actively trying to set her up with people. And I remember she actually had like a binder, and she was like, Gerard Butler. She was like, what about Gerard Butler? She was saying all these names, and Kim was like, ew, and like just like basically like no. And I was like, so this actually happens. Not that I don't believe it happens, but like I always wondered what the process was. Like, do you think that they're sitting in a boardroom and then just like this like slideshow?
I want to know if there's actually been a PR couple who then ended up organically really liking each other.
There is, but I don't know their names, so that's not helpful at all.
Not at all.
But I saw, and it was like this. They're like a golden couple. They've been married for years now, like white couple. I can't remember the actor's name, can't remember the actress's name, but he said that they were put together because they thought it would be a good look to sort of tame his sort of bad boy bachelor image, because he was about to do a movie that was very much like Family Man,
wholesome,
and wholesome, and they needed to sort of redeem the image that the public had, so they set him up with this other actress, and they've been together ever since. And this was like they've been married for like 30 years, but I cannot for the life, it's not even like a household name. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I'd have to find the video that I saw. But I guess it does work sometimes. Because it's not that different to like arranged marriages.
Yeah.
Which I'm not opposed now, so long as there's agency and choice and all of that and freedom to navigate how you want. But I'm not mad at people being like...
Yeah, but Tiana Taylor and Aaron were beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Like that, whatever PR person put that together, she smashed it.
But what do you think the purpose of that public relations relationship was for? Because sometimes, like, it will be like, for example, the actor I was just talking about, whose name I can't remember, that was to tame his bad boy image.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
I think it's just up both their profiles. They're both very
much,
attractive,
and they're
talented
bubbling,
people,
they're bubbling,
and they're like they've bubbled, but like and it was just this is catapulting your profiles, and it did that for both of them. It catapulted their profiles. He's British. He made him fly in America. I mean, he was already because of his incredible looks, but it just made perfect aesthetic sense.
Because I remember when
and it's like a black man of a black woman, a good-looking black man, a good-looking black woman, black love. Like it really, that was synergy.
Because they say that about Laurie Harvey and Michael B. Jordan when they got together, which, by the way, I just thought was an organic relationship that to me looked like it made sense.
That was one of the first couples that I was like, these people look beautiful.
Beautiful. Their pictures together.
Oh my God.
But I think that actually one of the biggest sort of like signs of it being is when you do kind of hard launch,
and the pictures are I remember it was like they were on holiday every day, and
literally.
But I think that was a legit relationship, you know.
Same.
I think that was
because
legit.
People say that was a PR relationship because he has this reputation for not liking black women.
I don't know, because he seemed so hurt when it was done.
Yeah, he did. Like,
I mean, but also he's an actor, so
exactly.
He's
also an actor, so you just never know.
Maybe
but
he was just
genuinely
very,
did seem like
well.
really, really, really hurt or whatever. But it's like, okay, I can imagine maybe people thought, oh, you guys might be good together. And
remember when we met him? That man is a good.
Nah, he is everything he says on the tin. Everything it says on the tin. Michael B. Jordan, he is delicious. Like I always like fancied him anyway. I always like, in a real life. I wanted to lick him.
Crikey.
Like, oh my God. Like,
you start saying words you've never said.
Literally, I wanted to like run up on him and pee on him and pee and mark my territory like a dog. Okay?
Good looking.
No, he's good looking. Great skin, great build, tall, nice face. Like dresses, the suit was fitted, honey. Like he is a delicious man.
Do you remember the person that we met that we were surprised by how we were like, oh, okay, I get it. We met Future.
Yeah. No, when we met Future,
we were like,
we understood.
I hear it.
We understand.
He was so charming and so lovely.
Like he proper had like,
you know what,
Southern hospitality.
I would too.
Like, I was like, I get why you've got all of those kids. Yeah. Like Future's tall. He looks so much more. Mind you, this was a minute ago. This was a while ago. I don't know what he looks like now. And he still had like his black dreads and all of that. I mean, I don't know what he looks like now, but back then, like. Definitely.
That was the time he was with Des Dior. I thought they were bagging.
Oh my God, I love them together.
I mean, when I say I love them together, I like their pictures together.
Yeah, exactly.
They just used to look so
they did.
Good.
They did.
And she was that beautiful girl with that medium ugly guy. That was like
yeah.
like
that is a combo that makes
beautiful
that makes
combo.
Sense.
I think another combo that makes sense is a really, really tall, slim girl and a rich, short, chubby man.
That combination, that is, it makes all the sense because you know you're here for the wallet and it's fine and everyone accepts it.
Everybody looks great. I don't give a shit. And weirdly, they always look good together.
Yeah,
they short,
do.
chubby, rich man and a tall, slim model girl.
Yeah, exactly. The tall, slim model types. Yeah, I'm not mad at that combination as well.
I do really, really like that combination. I'm into it. Is there anything we've missed? There's going to be so much things that have happened that we're going to miss. But like that woman that's breaking up with that man after being with him since she was 14 is crazy.
14 is insane. Like I've got friends from school that are still together, and I remember being in secondary school and when they got together, because remember in not in primary school, secondary school, when people were together and it was like talk of the playground.
Yeah.
They're still together. They've got 3 kids, and I'm just like, that is to go through your transformations, and that person is still there, and they're like, they like your transformations, they accept your transformations, or you transform together, whatever the case may be, or your synergy is that high that like you can go on this journey. I just think that is mad. That is mad.
And what do you do when you break up after all of that?
14.
Where do you start from? Like I said, she's been with him longer than she hasn't been with him.
Yeah, that's insane.
No, but life is still long. She's still young. She'll be fine.
And I guess that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, and I think he cheated as well.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So there is that.
His friend should rally around.
Good luck to everybody involved. Now let's get into you lot's business and see who has been cheating over Christmas.
Ooh, I wonder what's been going on around the Christmas table.
Let's do some dilemmas. us. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You ready?
Let's go.
Righty. Hope you guys actually been a bit badly behaved, just because it'll be fun for me, you know? Right, the first dilemma. Bright and early in the new year you sent this. Hey, Tolly and Audrey. Hope you're having an amazing 2026 so far.
Yes.
And I pray this year brings you both joy, blessings, and success.
Amen.
I've been listening for years now, and I love your receipts episode so much because you always keep it so real. Navigating in my early 20s is so hard, so I'm hoping you guys can help me with my dilemma. I have fallen for my close friend's ex.
Oh.
Is this how you don't want me to start my year?
My God.
I know. It's so cliche. No, it's actually not.
It's actually not
It's actually unheard of, and it's actually quite bad. Let's call my friend Alicia and the guy Jacob. I've been close friends with Alicia since school, and we are now in our early 20s. We have always had a solid friendship, and in adulthood we kept in close contact. She's a lovely human being, and I have so much love for her. Just before all of this went down, we joked that we haven't argued in over 10 years of friendships. We must have jinxed it. I met Jacob through the workplace. Alicia left and referred me for a job, and Jacob was in the team. I did not know they had a relationship. It was a secret. So I saw him as a friend, and over a few months we got close. He was always my work bestie / husband. We'd go for lunches together. He would bring me my favourite snacks. He would keep me company when I needed to work late. He would make me laugh when I was stressed. He was so thoughtful, kind, sensitive, charming, and silly. I really enjoy his company. I found out he was her ex because a colleague that I didn't get on with got too drunk and dramatically announced it that Jacob and Alicia had been in a secret relationship that I knew nothing about. I later spoke to Alicia about it, and she admitted it was true. And she had kept the relationship a secret from everyone in her life because she was embarrassed to date a younger man. That's also why she broke up with him. They were together for 6 months. We didn't really speak about him after. A few months later, Jacob and I handed in our notice, and the vibe suddenly shifted at drinks one night. It went from platonic to romantic, and we both felt it. I tried to stay away from him, but from the point we consistently wanted to be around each other, we ended up kissing the day before we both left, and we continued to call and text, eventually confessing that we liked each other. He asked to pursue me seriously, date, etc., and I told him I needed to speak to Alicia first. I spoke to her recently. I told her that I kissed him and apologised for it, and she felt betrayed. Much more than I expected. I didn't even get to the point of asking if I could pursue him because she was so hurt. She's since mostly forgiven me for kissing him, but she doesn't know that I liked him. However, I know that I can never date him without ruining our friendship. I want to fix things with Alicia and move forward, but I'm struggling to forget about him. It feels so hard to get over someone I should have not liked in the first place. I keep having what ifs and thinking I should have explored things with him, but I couldn't hurt her like that. In general, I value my friendship and I hate that I broke girl code. I feel ashamed in having such a strong connection with him, but I can't deny my feelings. What do you guys think? Is it ever okay to hurt a friend? That's the question. Is it always worth putting female friendship first, or is potential love sometimes worth the risk? Audrey,
sorry, I can't remember. She never knew about this person until the friend blurted it out.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a secret relationship.
To be fair, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
And I feel like you know what you have to do. What you're dealing with is the aftermath of your feelings for this person. But you've already answered the dilemma. You said you know that you can't go on. Like, just the sheer thought of the fact that you kissed him, which, by the way, obviously you shouldn't have done, but you know that now. Just the fact that you kissed him sent her spiraling. Like, she was so hurt and upset by that. So there's not a world in which she's going to accept you trying to pursue this relationship. So I think it's just going to have to be one of those things that you just let it go. I think you need to decide, you know, if this friendship is worth it. And it sounds to me like it is. And so therefore you have to just forget about it. I mean, listen, personally, I just don't think dating someone secretly, whatever the case may be, and I know it's a bit of an L because you didn't know about it and all the rest of it, but you know about it now.
And you knew about it before you kissed him.
Yeah, exactly. Before you kissed him, you knew that information. I just don't think you can ever be with your friend's ex. Even if she gave you her blessing, for me personally, I still wouldn't feel comfortable with it, knowing that my friend dated him first. And like, the proximity is way too much. And I think you're just going to have to deal with heartbreak and just get over it, really.
Your best friend at that as well.
Exactly.
Right?
This is not a regular friend.
And also, this is what I don't like when people tell you stories bit by bit. You should have just dropped everything hot and fresh.
Exactly.
Why you say, I kissed him and I love him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
just tell her
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Don't just say
Yeah.
I kissed him and then I plan to tell you that I like him later. You should have just dropped everything fresh and hot.
100%.
Like drop it like it's hot. Drop it hot. Make it drop. Like tell her all of the information and then don't be like drip feeding. Oh, I kissed him and then we did it. Just tell her everything and then you would have seen from her reaction and then that would have told you to be like, okay, cool. I can't actually go with this. But like Audrey said, from the kissing, she was already more upset. Look, it's actually, I think everybody has to set their own moral code. Everybody has to set their own moral code. I know what I would do, which is no, I would not be in a relationship with my friend's ex. Even girl code aside, that's weird to me. Yeah. And also it's weird to me that I know that you find my friend attractive.
Yeah, look, exactly. And you fucked already.
I can assume that my man thinks my friends are pretty. But to know for a Fendi fact that only do you think she's pretty, you have fucked her.
You've had experiences as well. Like anytime we did something, I'll just be like, "Oh, did you bring her here? Did you do this?" I just can't live like that when there's a fresh, clean, I can't
do it. Somewhere. And then one time we're all hanging out together. You laugh a bit too much.
Exactly, and it was an inside joke.
Now I'm hot. Like my body's just. Do you know that jealousy that this feels you hot? I'm
and
just
they're like,
hot.
"Oh, you have to be there." I'm here now. Explain the joke, hon. No, that's just not a bit of me. Like the thought of that, I don't like it. Relationships are hard as it is.
I don't like it.
I don't understand people throwing in all these extra elements that are going to make it that much more complicated.
And it's recent. It's not like, oh, she went out with the 10 years old.
Exactly. This is like fresh, hot off the press kind of vibes. Yeah, it's a strong no, hun. You're going to just have to get over it, unfortunately.
And you will. The reason why it feels like you can't get over it at the moment is because it's forbidden fruit and like what it is. It makes it so much more exciting. And you're living off the vibe of like, oh, what if? And like, it's the hope that kills you because like your hope is that like it would have been amazing, it would have been the best relationship of your life. That's not actually reality. Yeah. But again, everybody should choose their own moral code. What's more important to you here? This friendship. If you feel like you're going to lose your friend, then don't do it. And if your friend, there's certain friends that I'm dating him, bro. Like because we're not friends like that. You're someone I know. Yeah. But you called this person your best friend. That's a no for me.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah, same. It's an absolute
no go. Forget about that
zone.
guy. Let's keep it moving.
Let's indeed. All right, next dilemma.
Hi,
Tolly and Audrey.
Hello.
Happy New Year. I'm a long-time loyal listener all the way from Australia.
Hello
howdy.
there. What did I say?
Howdy?
Not hello.
No, they don't say howdy. Good day.
Good
Sorry,
day.
no, howdy is like what cowboys say, isn't it?
Hello there. Good day.
I'm a long-time loyal listener all the way from Australia. Been waiting to have a dilemma I can submit. Obviously, I have to start this right by saying you have both brought me much comfort and laughter every single time I tune in to an episode. Thank you. I pray God blesses you in an abundance of love, peace, joy, recognition, and of course, cash money in this year of 2026 and beyond.
She said 7.
Yeah, she said 7. She really meant and beyond, boy. So, a group of friends and I are planning a December holiday. We are all travelling from Australia, not all together. Some of us have a different side quests beforehand. This trip is not only for vibes, but one of the girls in the group is also getting married in her home country, Rwanda.
Nice.
We are also planning to continue the vibes and bring in 2027 in South Africa.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense next year. For context, 5 girls and 4 boys in the group. 3 of the girls are in relationships, 2 of which will be marriages by the time this holiday comes around.
Nice.
The 2 soon-to-be husbands are new to the group. One husband is marrying my younger sister. My sister and the single guy, Mr. Single, on his trip had an interest in each other and had sex prior to her dating her fiancé. Does that make sense, yeah? It did not work out between my sister and Mr. Single. Our introduction / friendship to Mr. Single was through the couple in the group that is not married, couple Y. This is like a mathematical equation. Mr. Single has been longtime friends with couple Y. Is this adding up, yeah? My sister has made it clear that her and her fiancé do not participate, even in group level activities with exes they have slept or had a serious relationship. Okay. She had missed out on our first trip last year because Mr. Single was there.
Okay.
Given the nature of the group, my sister and her fiancé have exceptions to this rule, being for important occasions for others in the group apart from Mr. Single, like birthdays, weddings, etc. Because of this boundary, they won't share accommodation with the rest of the group. Obviously, I'm not going to fight her on her boundary.
Mr. Single fucked her good.
I know, you did, boy.
She's called Mr. Single's name in bed before. That man said, if you ever look at that man again, I will kill you.
Not allowed in proximity with us. My sister and her fiance are requesting for the South African portion of the trip to have activities that they can participate in that do not include Mr. Single. Otherwise, they just won't participate or might just not come to
Don't come then.
Myself and the other single girlie in the group have been put in charge of planning activities for the South Africa portion of the holiday. Everyone going on the trip involved my sister and her fiance in the activities. Mr. Single has no issue with my sister or her fiance. My sister and her fiance stand firm and strict in not wanting to participate in group activities if Mr. Single is going to be there. But again, that's their boundary. How can we all co-holiday and enjoy whilst respecting my sister's boundary? Is it even a holiday where such can be achieved? Any and all help and advice would be greatly appreciated. Thanks from a loyal listener.
Look,
This is getting...
it's either they don't come to South Africa, or you say to Mr. Single, hey, what we're going to go, I don't know, wine tasting on Thursday and to the club on Friday. Those 2 nights, maybe can you give it a miss because they're going to find it a bit awkward. And that's it.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. There's not really much else to add. Those are your 2 options. Because there's a lot of rules and regulations on a trip. That's
I know Mr. Single blew out.
Yeah, he's not the one that got away because that was disrespectful. But
like when her fiance sees her look at him, you can see the lust in her eyes. He can see her remembering the days. Yeah. Everything reminds her of Mr. Single, and her fiance knows this.
Mr. Single, no, the fiance doesn't even want her within. They're breathing the same air. Yeah, he's not on it at all.
And if he's that uncomfortable, generally maybe they shouldn't be part of a group trip. And it seems like for whatever reason, Mr. Single's not something like you guys can kick out of a group.
Yeah.
So
it seems like a firm
I feel
fixture.
like as a couple, they should be like, this would be too awkward for us. Let's not go to South Africa.
Yeah, they might just have to remove themselves from the friendship group in general, because it doesn't really sound like Mr. Single's going anywhere. And so, like, you can't live your life like this. I get the boundaries and put the boundaries in place for yourself, but I feel like sometimes to extend those boundaries to other people that are just trying to have a good time feels a bit too strict for my likings. And I think that if you're the one with all the strict boundaries and all of this stuff, then you have to remove yourself. Asking everybody else, like, because you're asking the friends, they can't do this, they can't share the accommodation, they can't come here. That's a lot. When it's just you 2 could just remove yourself. Like, that would just be...
That's just easier.
That would just be like a lot easier than all of these other sort of requirements that you're putting on everybody else. So,
have you ever been in a situation where like there's someone in a group that you don't like, you're like, you know what, let me just tap out because clearly this person's everyone's friend?
I haven't, but I would.
Yeah. If I was in a situation where I was like,
I'm not gonna restrict everyone else's fun because of my uncomfortability. Like, that's on me, kind of thing. So I just think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think speak to your sister to be like, okay, cool, here are the options. We're either going to tell them to not come to these 2 events or whatever events, or you guys just decide to not go and just maybe just do a separate trip outside of South Africa. Go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, shit.
Yeah, you go do something else.
Yeah, you as a couple go do something else because it's enough. Right, next dilemma. Hey, Tolly and Audrey, I hope this finds you out. I love you guys so much. I am practically an evangelist for the podcast. I literally talk about the podcast to anyone who would give me their time. The community you've built is exceptional and I'm truly honoured to be a part of it. Thank you. Now to my dilemma. Sigh. I'm sorry, my queens. This might be long and messy, but honestly, this is where my life is right now.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'm 23 and my ex that isn't really my ex the same age. We broke up because I'm pansexual and I've never really had sexual or romantic relationships with women except my best friend in high school, which honestly doesn't count to me. I'm a Nigerian Muslim living in Canada, which maybe explains why I have never been able to express that part of myself publicly. About a month ago, yes, all of this happened within 1 month. I met a girl, let's call her Babe. Immediately I met her, there was something about her that I couldn't get out of my head. She awakened a part of me I had buried deep in my psyche. We exchanged social media and talked almost every day from then on. My boyfriend noticed this because we lived together and started questioning me because he knows I'm not straight. At first, I genuinely didn't think I had feelings for her. But once he confronted me, I realised I did. I tried to stop talking to her to save my relationship, but I couldn't. Eventually, my boyfriend of 2 years broke up with me. We tried an open relationship after a lot of talking, but it didn't work. I lied a few times during the open relationship, like when he asked if I had hard liquor when I and Babe went out, and I said no. I just had a cooler, which was a lie. I did have some Henny. But I didn't want him to start overthinking. Also, he asked if anything sexual happened beyond a kiss. It did. Although we didn't have sex, I lied. I wasn't proud of it, but I didn't know how to tell someone I love the truth without hurting them. I know now it caused more harm. By the way, he found out I lied about these things because he went through my Twitter burner that isn't even on my phone, my ChatGPT history and messages.
Damn.
Why does your ChatGPT history know that you are fucking...
Yeah, because you must be asking
You are
for...
drinking Henny in a date.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we've broken up, but we still live together with my family. We still have sex. You don't want peace. Not a single part of you wants to start this new year with peace. We still have sex. It doesn't even feel like we broke up. Honestly, outside of his mini crash outs, he's been quite understanding of my situation, which makes me feel more shitty about myself. We keep saying we'll get back together in a year. I don't know if my exploration will fit into a year. I'm terrified of losing him, but also terrified of losing myself. My mum and young brothers love him. My mum makes plans for the future that include him, and I feel like I'm breaking their hearts too. I genuinely feel like I want to be with my boyfriend forever and ever, but not without experiencing the other things I want out of life. And it wouldn't even be fair to him if I stayed, because it would mean I settled without fully choosing him. Right now, he's trying to find himself financially. He's working, saving, and planning to get his own place and build his life. But what is meant to happen in the meantime while we are in this weird in-between? What am I actually allowed to do and not do without being unfair or crossing lines? I don't mind at all still engaging with him sexually and romantically. I've said many times to him that he can see other people, maybe not in a serious relationship with them, and I likewise. I really don't want to commit right now. I just want to explore with strictly women. But am I being fair to him at all? He says he doesn't mind because he's not looking for anything serious outside of me, but just trying to get his money up. But I don't know, man. Another big issue is my family is Muslim. And I'm sorry, but I'm never coming out.
Oh, okay, fair.
I'm never coming out to my mum, and she will actually have a heart attack, no jokes. I can't bring this girl home or post her on social media. I'm also financially dependent on my family right now because I can't work due to immigration issues. Hopefully February brings the good news. Good luck. So my question is, do you think I'm crazy for how I'm moving and acting? Do you think it's actually possible to break up, maybe still see each other on the side while we experience other things and then get back together in a couple of years? Or am I being delusional and trying to cling on to what we have? Please send help, my queens.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is a bit of a sticky one. But at the same time, I don't think it's that sticky, funnily enough. Listen, I think at the end of the day, you can have any kind of relationship you want.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You know, you actually don't have to be strict.
Exactly. If all you need to do is be transparent with the other person.
Sorry, yes, someone will tell you it's not good.
Exactly.
Stop, when you break up, just stop having sex with them, stop talking to them. I don't live by those rules, you know.
Like,
because we are human beings, we have human emotions. This is a person that you loved. You broke up because you want to explore things with the women. Absolutely fair. You still live in the same house, you're still in the same bed, you still love each other, you still very much care about each other. And somehow the world and the female experts and those who tell you how to get a good rich man will say, never talk to him again and kick him out. Like, I think, like, I know it's probably not good advice, but I just don't think you have to be that strict about your life.
You actually do not. Like, I think the rules of engagement in this situation is transparency. And you've already said that he's kind of like by the by about things. Like, he's trying to get his money up anyway. So being intensely like committed to a relationship right now is not really for him. You don't want to lose him, but you still want to explore. Those things can all exist so long as you're being transparent with the other person that's in the situation. So if it were me, and you guys were already kind of doing that anyway, because you're kind of half-heartedly committed. So you're living the life you want to live. I think you're just nervous about the labels and all the rest of it, and you just want to be very like regimented in how you're doing. And it doesn't have to be that. If I were you, I would speak to him and tell him how you're feeling and see if he's open to you guys just being very casual but still being in each other's lives. If he says, no, I want all of you or none of you, then you know what your next step is. I definitely wouldn't like hold yourself back from having, because what you said was actually very valid at the end. It's like you don't want to lose yourself to him when you haven't really explored everything you want to explore. So I think that you owe it to yourself to definitely give that a try. If he's down for you doing it while still kind of being together, it sounds like you kind of want to be in an open relationship.
That's
kind
what
of thing.
It sounds like. And I think maybe we explore that, but be honest.
Yeah, but just be
very honest. If it wasn't more than a kiss, it was more than a kiss. If you drank Henny and not just a cooler, tell him you drank the Hennessy. Like, as in, just be very, very honest with yourself and explore the open relationship. Look, let's be frank and honest here. You know for a fact you're going to have to marry a man. Like you said, you're not coming out to your mum. You're like, as in, your long-term goal is that you're gonna be with a man. It's like you have kind of like cemented that in your head, and the likelihood is, if all what goes well, it might be this man, right? Great, cool. but you want to explore things, explore it. I think it's okay sometimes to have a part of your life that's just a time in your life that's just a bit messy. I like, especially at 23, not everything has to be straight in the line and you know this and you know exactly what you want. I think give yourself grace just to be a little bit messy. And as long as you are being honest with the person you're doing it with, nobody's being hurt. And if at any point he's like, I don't want to be open, I don't want this, then that's a new conversation. But if you can be like, okay, well, I know we tried open, it didn't work, but can we try it again? And I'm going to be honest. Or can we end it, but we still fuck? Like, is it like
just tell him how
like,
you're feeling.
Just let everybody be honest. I think give yourself grace just to be a little bit messy. It doesn't all have to be perfectly aligned and you've worked it out and you know what to do. Like if you're like, oh, this is really hurting me, but you're kind of like, I'm kind of enjoying this.
You're
I'm enjoying having
my
ex in my life, and I'm still enjoying seeing this woman and exploring things with her. And for the meantime, I know women are for the meantime. I know it's something to explore because you said, not me, that you are never coming out.
Yeah, you're never coming out.
And there are people who live life like that. They explore what they need to explore, and then when they need to retire from that, they're like, okay, cool. Oh, where the hell is my husband?
Exactly.
Go marry a man somewhere.
Baby, where the hell is my husband?
So,
but the thing is, also, he sounds like he'll be a very good beard.
Wow,
because
he
you
sounds
actually,
great.
because you
Yeah,
actually
he sounds
like him.
great, yeah.
You actually like him.
You
A lot
both
of
like
people
each
are like
other.
in lavender marriages and they've got beards or whatever that they. I think beard is when it's a woman, isn't it? Lavender
Either way,
marriage,
I think.
whatever. But people are in those scenarios and they don't actually like the person, but you actually have feelings to this person.
And he's also like, hey, I'm not even trying to meet other women at the moment. I just didn't work.
Exactly. He's just trying to get his money up.
Yeah.
So I think you'll be surprised by what he has to say.
I think just honesty is what we have to be here.
100%.
But allow yourself to be messy. It's okay. You don't have to all work out. It's
You
been
don't
a
have to-
month.
yeah. You don't have to have
Take
it all
time.
figured out
Like,
at
it's
all.
fine.
Yeah, agreed.
Do what you need to do. Look about your day. Like, to figure it out.
Agreed. Okay, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
Hi, Tolly and Audrey. Please keep me anonymous.
We will.
Firstly, I'd like to say how much I love and appreciate you both. Your advice is amazing and you both crack me up all the time. Thank you for all you do. To the dilemma. This is going to be quite long, but please bear with me. I've had a best friend for about 12 to 13 years now, and most of the time has been long distance, but nothing ever changed between us. We spoke every single day about any and everything. Both of our families know each other. Fast forward to 2 years ago, she got married. Things didn't start to change though until about a year after the wedding, or at least that was when I started to notice the changes. Don't get me wrong, of course I understood that we may not text as much anymore, but call me naive, I never for once imagined that my best friend turned sister will change after getting married. Basically, the changes...
Wait there.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, the changes I started to notice was the fact that anytime I text, she replies me like 12 hours later saying she's so tired. Every day, I'm so tired. Girl, daily. Now she's not pregnant. Husband does house chores a lot. I've visited, so I've observed. So I know that she's not overworked. She works remotely too, so no traffic or driving stress. The few times we spent together since the tired phase started, I can clearly see that she's always on her phone. I did try to have a conversation after one particular incident, of course in the nicest way possible, where I felt like she didn't really share things with me anymore and gives excuses of, oh, it just happened, or I didn't know it was going to happen, like a trip, for example. She replied me in the harshest way because she felt accused, didn't speak to me for 2 days, but eventually reached out. We sorted it out, but the hurt didn't leave me. It carried on anyway, even though she promised to make more of an effort. Even when I tell her about guys who like me, she replies me like I'm just an overexcited teenager, quite embarrassing. Now, I find myself censoring things I tell her. I also can't be bothered because even though I reply to her immediately, when she texts, she replies 12 to 15 hours later, stating how tired she is. It's a regular occurrence, and now that we're at a point where the daily conversations are literally just, hey, how are you? No substance. I don't think about sharing things I go through with her anymore because truly, this I'm so tired, she says every day, just shows me she's apparently only has energy for her husband. I did not ask her when we had an issue if you weren't married and still had to communicate with your man via text, will you also not text him as much? With the same excuse of being tired, she dodged the question. It really hurts because this is someone I would have sworn will be my sister for life. And also maybe I was too naive to not expect my best friend, irrespective of getting married, to change. What do you think I should do? Is this friendship done? Should I just let her be?
Girl, you might have to just let her be, you know. One of the most disappointing things sometimes as a woman, because I rarely see men do this when they get married and like dispose of their friendships.
Yeah, they don't.
Is that like once your life starts to go through different directions, you realize that the friendship goes, and it is goes through separation as well, and it is painful. You are not, like we said, you are not the first, you are not the last. So many women feel like this and go through this, and often the single woman feels a way about saying it out because it looks like, oh, but she just doesn't get it. Look, I am as soon as someone tells me, oh, you don't get it, you're not married, you don't get it, you don't have kids, sorry ma. You're sorry ma.
One that's cracked the light.
Sorry ma, you're right, I step back. But that's to me, those kind of things, because I'm like, what's there to get? Like, do you get what I mean? Me wanting to see my friend, but you don't get it. When did this insult start? Yeah, and I don't like insult, as you all know. You don't get it, you don't have kids, you don't get it, you don't have a man, you don't get it, you're not husband. I've heard. If I was you, I'm stepping back, and I'm not saying I'm going to have her like, we're not friends anymore, but I'm going to reach her where she wants to be reached at. I'm going to, where she meets me is where I'm going to meet her, sort of thing. Obviously, you love your friend. I'm not saying that don't chat to her. Still make effort to see her, whatever. But this is easier said than done. You have to allow the offense, because this is your new normal. This is what it is now. Your best friend's time is more taken by her husband, and I'm not even going to say if anyone's right or wrong in this situation. It's just what it is, and I promise you, nearly every friendship group I know, I've heard of, I've gone through this thing, depending on, especially if you are friends with someone who carries her marriage on her head, who carries a husband on her head, whatever. That's just what it's going to be. And again, incredibly painful. People have been like bridesmaids, maid of honor, and then suddenly after the wedding, boom.
It's like just radio silence.
Silence. Like, you've gone into debt doing bachelor, doing maid, doing hen do, doing all of these things, and then suddenly this person is like, oh, me and my husband, I'm just too busy. You just don't get it because you don't have a husband, blah, 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 blah. And also like that, even that whole thing of being like, you're telling her about this guy that likes you, and you feel like she's like,
she feels like she's so mature.
Exactly. There was one thing that's happened to me, and it really, really, really bothered me. I'm actually surprised I'm even saying this. And it was like a friend who is married now with kids or whatever, and she reposted a video. Like, she reposted a TikTok, and the TikTok was something about like, when your best friend is telling you about a guy that likes her, but I'm here with my husband and kids, I haven't got your fucking time. It was something like that.
That is
like, it was just like, she was like, can you not see, like, I think in the video, a woman was like pushing a pram, and she's like, when your best friend is trying to tell you about her new boyfriend, but you're like, just like, girl, I got a kid and a husband, I got things to deal with. And that repost was like,
that says a lot.
Like, she wasn't talking to me. I don't think I told her anything. But when I saw that repost, I said, oh.
Because it takes a lot to repost stuff as well, by the way.
Thank you.
It's not, so you really wanted that.
And again, it wasn't even, I didn't feel like it was directed at me, because it wasn't even someone that I'm actually not somebody who talks to people about my relationships. Yeah, I actually don't, because I'm like, I'm a grown up. I think I made a decision like 2 years ago. And I was just like, actually, no. I will, people actually were like, oh, what's going on? How are you? I'm like, yeah, we're cool. Like, I don't talk about it. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, so suddenly your things are small now, and their things are important because their things are big women things that you, being single and childless, will never understand, because, hey, you're not tired. We're all fucking tired. But
the person that even made that is a fucking...
Yeah, when I saw that video, I was just like...
Let alone to repost it. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then like, people wonder why friendships fall apart, like female friendships fall apart when someone gets married or when someone's life changes. It's friendships are a lot easier when everything is aligned with you both. You're both going to school at the same time. You both got your first job at the same time. You both, it's great. But then womanhood happens, and your 30s and your 40s happen, and then you guys just start going through different things. Someone decides they don't want children. Someone's getting a divorce. Someone is just getting married. Someone's boyfriend just broke up with them. Everybody's doing complete different things, and everybody has to be so good intention to make that friendship work. And unfortunately, especially in the community we live in that favours partnership outside of community, we just don't get that. And I hate to say it, but you might just have to find a new friend that sees to the things that you need now. Yeah,
exactly. I totally agree. It feels like she's just in a different headspace right now, and she hasn't prioritized the friendship. And in her mind, she probably feels like this big life-changing thing has happened. And in her mind, like, maybe you're just like, in the same place and not much has changed, so therefore she's kind of like amplified herself a bit more. I don't know what this whole tired thing is, because you listed that like there's no real
there's
reason. There's no real reason for her. There's no real reason for her to be tired. I think I would do the exact same thing. I would just like, listen, I can tell when my presence is not wanted or welcome.
I've heard.
Like, I sniff it very much straight away. Sometimes to a fault, to the point where I've got it completely wrong.
I did too early.
I've maybe centered myself in a situation that actually's got fuck all to do with me right now. But if I feel that kind of energy, like, my disposition is to just kind of fall back.
And you've brought it up with her.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was going to say, like, address it, but you've addressed it, and she's just coming up with, she doesn't have anything of substance to really say as to why. And I think that's telling in itself, because even if something was really going on with her, you should be her safe space kind of thing. So it is giving that she's carrying her marriage, her newlywedness on her head.
The only thing I would say, you mentioned something about she wasn't telling you things. I do think when my friends get married and blah, 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 I assume that I'm not there, that their partner is there, the person now.
Yeah, that Don't people talk about their partners?
Do you not bitch about your husband too?
Because I'm just I definitely do. Like, I don't give a heck. Like, I really be talking. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Why does that thing happen? It's so painful.
People proper like
friendships have been lost over that thing.
They really put marriage in like this really super shiny, overly sealed box of like this thing that's to be so protected, and it should be. But like at the same time, I'm just a firm believer, if you've got friends that you love and you cherish,
they're different relationships.
Then they will still value it, but it doesn't mean that like they can't be a part, they can't come along that journey.
But then also there's a thing where apparently married women get advice to not be friends with single women.
I've seen that quite a few times. I see it all the time where people are like, oh, like
it's older aunties that will tell you that,
like, oh no, that you shouldn't, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. I think the opposite. I think you actually, because sometimes you're in a bubble when you're married, and especially when you have a lot of married friends and you do things with other married couples all the time, I feel like you need another perspective. I think it's so important to have a well-rounded perspective of all things. And also, people's value isn't based on whether they're in a relationship or not. So just because suddenly my friend isn't partnered, they can't offer me valuable advice. And people apply that same thing to things that got fuck all to do with relationships. Because someone's not married or they're not in a long-term relationship, they can't give me advice on your career.
Yeah, they can't give you advice on like, do you know what it is? I think some people view married women as the mega woman, like as in
like they've cracked the code.
That's the woman. Yeah, that's the woman. I think
they
see it as that's woman. Like you are still you don't even know that that's the alpha woman. That's the mega woman. That's the woman that's got it all. That's done it all. So she is superior
you can't possibly
to you now.
have anything of value to offer. But
and that your friend's saying to that, I'm so tired, like, you don't get it, like I'm dealing with big women. It sounds like I'm dealing with big woman things, man. Like I'm trying to keep a household, I'm trying to keep my husband fed.
You're not doing anything.
I'm tired.
Like, you're not doing anything.
So I think she take the tired as that, okay, I've heard.
Yeah, she just needs to fall back and just, hopefully, if she's someone that's perceptive, she will see that you've fallen back, and I really hope that she picks up on that and she tries to do something about it, because once she picks up on it and she addresses it, then you have full scope to just be like, look, these are my issues, I'm tired, I was trying, blah, blah, blah. But just beating a dead horse, bringing it to her all the time, and you've tried, it feels almost like your integrity is being do you know what I mean? So I would just fall back as well. It's
painful. I'm not even trying to like demean what you're going through, but that thing is very, very painful.
But it's real, and it happens.
You're not the first and you won't be the last. Many a women go through that thing. Next dilemma, next and last,
okay,
baby. This is small text as well. Hi girls, just to say use. I love when people say use. Where is it from? What region is it from?
It gives me Essex.
Use make me laugh. Yeah, use.
It sounds like northern.
Yeah. Can I tell you my favourite joke that's on television? I think I said it to you before. It's from Amanda Land. Have I said it before?
Oh yeah. I think you told me. I think I know what you're going to say.
I love it so much. I heard it the other day and I got so happy. Is it Amanda Land coming back? I've never seen this. I wonder if it's... Is it? Amanda Land's brilliant. Watch Amanda Land or Motherland. Both really good films. Shows. Waiting for the Out on BBC. Have you seen it?
What?
Waiting for the Out.
No.
It's so
Is it good? I'm going to watch it.
I don't know if you'd like it.
Is it not a bit of me? Oh,
maybe no. It's quite slow. It's a guy, he's a philosopher, but he works in a prison.
Oh.
Yeah. My bad.
You had me at philosopher.
Know your audience.
You had me at philosopher.
Maybe watch His and Hers then. That's a good show.
Yeah. Fiona messaged me and she was like, you need to watch this.
Yeah, you'd like that one.
I'm going to watch that. So I'm going to start that today.
Okay, sorry, your dilemma. My bad. Hi, girls. I just want to say yous are amazing and I love the pod. Been listening for over 2 years and been tempted to write in before, but this dilemma has really topped anything I've dealt with before. I'm 24, just recently bought a house with my partner and have given birth 3 weeks ago to a beautiful baby girl. Congratulations. Life's going great and I'm grateful for all my blessings, but of course there had to be something. So let me just get into it on both sides. We have crazy sisters, similar ages, different types of crazy. But since giving birth, things have been more chaotic, and not because of my baby, but the families. My partner's sister is going through her own IVF journey and already has a teenager. Since my baby has been here, she's been very excited to be involved. She had visited every day since getting out of the hospital.
Sheesh.
She even visited in hospital.
Damn.
Give me a break, man.
Oh my God.
And when it got to the 2-week mark, I said to my partner, I wanted a no visitor day since we hadn't had a day to ourselves as a family with different people coming down every day at different times. It was just getting intense. She still wanted pictures and FaceTime with the baby, which was fine, but was met with snide comments about not having a visit that day. On top of that, the few times she has visited, she's brought down takeaway wrappers to leave in my kitchen. Sounds silly, but with dealing with a newborn, that rubbish piles up fast, never mind everybody else's. Okay. 2, ordering parcels to my house and collecting them as we arrived home from the hospital, and proceeded to cry outside in her car because she thought we were ignoring her and lying about just arriving home when we'd visited his gran in the way home from the hospital. 3, brought her friend down when coming to visit. Didn't give us a heads up. But to top it all off, last week while I went to bed, her and my mother-in-law came for a visit. She came with a dirty spoon that she just used while in the car on the way down and flung it in a freshly sanitized sink that my partner was doing the baby's bottles in, which when asked to take it out, she went nuts, shouting about how we have shit anywhere, and flung it in a freshly sanitized sink that my partner was doing the baby's bottles in. When asked to take it out, she went nuts, shouting about how we have shit everywhere anyways. A couple of dishes on the side because we have had one sink and the bottles take priority. Said not to start her and stormed out of the house. 10 minutes later, she storms back in with her mum's car keys and starts shouting that I don't know anything about my partner, has been up to, and that she's going to tell me all about him and how he's ruined her son's life when leaving the house. She shouted, you and your partner bought a house, playing happy families with your babies. Yous take out anyway. Now, at this point, my baby was 2 weeks old, has a heart murmur and was middle of November, cold and flu season. Never mind the fact that I'm 2 weeks postpartum, recovering from labour, a 3rd-degree tear and an internal infection. I'm in no rush to take my baby anywhere, but I've been more than welcoming when it comes. Sorry, 2 weeks? Why are you taking me out of 2 weeks?
Exactly.
I have rules. It's not that, actually, I realise not everyone has that rules. But I'm in no rush to take my baby anywhere, but have been more than welcoming when it comes to people visiting us. She's just a bit bitter because there was a day she couldn't drive and asked if we'll take the baby to her.
Is she all right?
Which I declined. On top of all of this, I decided to do a bit of snooping. I know I shouldn't have, but with what she was shouting, I couldn't help myself. I looked through my partner's phone at his family group chat, and while I was giving birth, she was non-stop harassing him for updates, telling him she better hurry up and push my baby niece out, asking when she could visit literally hours after me giving birth. And the text that sent me over the edge was with the quote, is Evan's mum going for a visit? My partner replies no, for no, her, him, what? Her, well.
She said copy and paste from the group.
Well, I hope Evan's mum doesn't get to meet her before our mum. That would be bang out of order. My mum will absolutely meet my baby before your mum.
Of course, that's just the rule of the
know,
life.
this comes from her egg. Do you know
Exactly.
all of us spawned
We were
from my
already
mum.
there.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. We were in our grandmother's
Me
womb.
and her was in her womb. You're saying you're bang out of order, my ass. Regardless of whether she has a catheter in or not, my mum was meant to be in the delivery room with us, but I ended up getting induced at 4 a.m. and didn't give birth till 4 the next afternoon. So I didn't get my mum up and was adamant I didn't want visitors in hospital. To make things even worse, his mum was meant to be working the day we were getting out, so I agreed she could meet him the day before. My mum still hadn't visited, so she met her first. The next day, my mum was coming at 2:00. His sister was adamant on coming at 12 because she was going shopping and didn't want to wait about for my mum to visit me. Not knowing any of this, agreed to let her visit. So her and my son and my mother-in-law all met my baby before all of my family, and reading the texts has sent me over the edge. She's also said, fuck her sister, I've met the baby first. I'm the favourite auntie. I was already pissed off at what she's done in my house and haven't seen her since, as she's been on holiday for the last week, but is back tomorrow. And I've been told that she'll try to sweep everything under the rug and act like nothing happened, which his family let her get away with to keep the peace. But that's not how I plan on dealing with it. She's disrespectful, so many little boundaries. So before seeing these messages, I was already going to have a chat with her. Since seeing these messages, I've seen red, and I don't know whether to bring it up or not, even if I should speak to her about it. As everyone says, let my partner deal with her, but I don't feel like that will be as impactful, as she clearly has no respect when it comes to what he tells her. And I feel like she needs to know that I'm not putting up with any of this nonsense going forward. So yeah, sorry for the long dilemma and the lack of punctuation.
She typed it in a hurry, boy.
But help a girl out. What should I do? Let him deal with it and hope he gets to the point across, or set things straight with her myself, as I have no problem doing this at this point. Thanks in advance, ladies, and please keep me anonymous if possible. Lots of love, a loyal listener.
What the hell is wrong with that lady? What the hell is wrong? Like, she sounds like an overbearing mother-in-law,
Like,
which is still super annoying. And by the way, I don't care. Like, obviously, having a baby it has heightened it. But even if someone did that in the house on a normal day, what are you playing at?
Do you know what I'm thinking? I think she is like overdoing to make it seem like I'm fine. This is not like I'm happy for my friend. I partly because she's going through IVF journey, so she's going through her own like trying to have a baby, and that's probably very hard for her. And I'm assuming everyone in the family knows that's really hard for her. So now that you've had a baby, you've bought a new house, she's trying to act like I'm happy for everyone. Like I'm happy. And sometimes that I'm happy when you're not turns into erratic behaviour. You start to do too much.
Yeah, she has gone past the doing too much.
Like, I have to see the baby first. I have to come and see her every single day so that you lot know that, look, I'm so happy. Like I'm so happy.
I'm not jealous.
I'm not jealous. I'm so happy. Like, wow, this is the best news ever. Look, I'm gonna be the best auntie ever. And I partly think that's what she's doing. And is just trying to prove to herself and to you guys that like I'm fine with this. I'm happy for everybody. I'm not jealous. I don't care. Good for you guys. Because to be angry with me, come to my house and telling me you've had a baby, you bought a house, you lived happy. Sorry, that's jealousy.
That's the real emotion.
There is nothing
the overcompensation. That's pretend. That right there is how she truly feels.
Have you ever had an argument with someone and there's something you're like, how did we get there?
How did we get here? Because this was just about taking out the trash. Like why
how did we get to you thinking all that?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just telling you that I don't think that top goes with those jeans.
Yeah, no, literally. I was trying to help you out, sis.
You don't need to tell me I think I'm all that. So
Yeah.
I partly think that's what it is. And in terms of what you should do, you should have a chat with her.
100%.
Sorry, because I think some families, there's always one person in the family that does whatever and everyone in the family lets them.
Yeah,
so I don't think your partner
like
is going to have the chat that you required her to
Not
chat.
at all.
And you need to start saying, no, can I come round? No, sorry, we're trying to get used to it just being us three. No.
Exactly. No.
Ignore FaceTimes. When she asks for a picture, you send it when you want to.
Exactly.
Stop being at her beck and call.
Right.
You've got a new child to deal with. This is new to you.
2 weeks is insane.
Even now, the baby's only like 2 months.
Yeah.
This is all new. Baby just got out.
Yeah, that baby.
You need to get used to it. You need to get used to family life. Like I thought everybody knows that. Like I always say to my friends when they have babies, let me know when you're accepting visitors. Like all of this, I'm going to rush to your house and see. It's that's just not what people require right now.
Exactly. It's just performative. Like you don't need to be doing all of that. And then on top of it, for her to like basically emotionally blackmail her, being like, well, you don't know what your husband's been up to. Like your husband, that's your whole brother. Like why are you snitching on your brother?
On
like,
top of all of that, you're now putting mess in the house.
Exactly. On top of everything, if you really want to be helpful, you should be tidying up.
Trying to overexert
yourself.
You came, you've cleaned up, you've bathed the baby, you've made dinner, you've done all of those things. Great, perfect. Even that can be overbearing when you're doing nice things. But you're actually adding mess to my house.
Yeah, exactly. You're actually talking about there's mess everywhere anyway. What the hell? It's my house.
So should you not then clean it?
Yeah, exactly. Like
if I've just had a baby, my house is messy. Should your job not be to come and clean my house?
No, literally. Those are the things that people don't understand that are actually so much more helpful. Like when I had Anaya, we weren't really precious with visitors like that. Like we let people, I think if I did it again, I don't think I would do that again. But like one thing that people did that was so helpful, apart from my Gucci baby bag, which I love, is bring food.
Yeah.
Like be useful. People actually would like bring in dishes. So for like a month, I didn't have to cook anything. There was hot food every day. It was so helpful. But again, I feel like we're in a day and age now where we just understand certain things. Like you just don't overstep. Like she's not even the mother-in-law.
Like the mother-in-law can kind of be like, yeah, I can imagine how annoying that is. Like, but I also can imagine the mother-in-law being overbearing. That's the assumption that they will be, right? But
the sister-in-law, like you are not high on the pecking order, sis. Like I love my sister, but fall back.
My sister,
she's definitely overcompensating.
There is a reason why everyone says the dad side of the family somehow, because most people are actually closer to the mother side of the family.
Yeah, it's just the natural order
especially
of things,
if the mother has sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are going to help out. They're the ones that are going to...
Yeah, but I also kind of have a theory, which I'm still unpacking, which I might write about one day, is about, I would be interested to know, I can't remember if she said it, is that his big sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, my theory's checking out every day.
What's your theory?
Because I've just got this theory. There's like, I know too many people, that have got older sisters. There's two categories. Like there's some older sisters that are just like maybe kind of overcompensate, and I think I fall into that bracket because I'm so nice to my brother's girlfriend, like to the point where like I just want her to feel at ease and feel comfortable. So I've had situations where I haven't like been welcomed with open arms by a sister, and then there's the sisters, especially to younger brothers. Oh my
who
God.
are mean to
like they are really intensely really
really
entitled, and I've seen it like in a few scenarios of, this is anecdotal by the way, of people that went, especially when a child comes in and the older sister is very overbearing. Like I know like a good 5 or, which is why like I'm trying to theorize it now, because I know like 5 or 6 people that have had that identical experience where they like the girlfriend, the wife, whoever has had a baby, and then suddenly the sister is doing a lot.
Much.
And when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my God, this is like adding to my case study. Because what the hell, like it's actually mad. Like I don't know what that is like, and I get it, like you're overprotection of your younger sibling or whatever, but that's now a man. He's brought life into this world. Like you have to kind of let go of the reins a little bit.
You're a woman yourself, man.
Yeah, like surely you would understand that desire to just, it's not personal, but she's doing a lot. Like I get like, if you were overstepping by just wanting your presence to be known, but the other things, I don't like the other things she's doing. Like the comments after that she's making. Because
do you know what? And also, if I'm this kind of person, if I'm being honest, I'm not having a face-to-face conversation with her. I'm texting her along hey babe, just wanted to say a few things, blah, 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 blah. Like obviously, as you know, I've just had a baby and blah, 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 blah. And my feelings are everywhere. This is how I feel. And I'm just leaving that text there.
Yeah, because she's definitely going to like
if you
victimize herself.
Do it face to face, she'll start crying.
Yeah, she's going to
you don't want to see my knees. Why are you leaving me out? Blah, 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 blah. Just need some time. We'll let you know once we're like happy to have people around again. Love you, sis. And then, hello, love you, sis. And then attach a picture of the baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And leave me the fuck alone. I'm texting her and I will send her a picture of the baby and then she can leave me alone. But face to face, that is too. I can imagine it. I can see it in my head
because she's ready to have a word with her. She just wanted us to confirm that it's okay to talk to her.
Have a word with her.
Because she was like, I'm ready. Because you know sometimes people, they're a bit like nervous to have confrontations or whatever, and they're like, oh, I don't. She's ready. Let that woman do one more thing, and she's going to tell her about herself.
For a lot of women who want kids or have kids, it's that like, if they're even kind of like, oh, they're quite like malleable, they're quite like timid. When it comes to their children is when their fire comes out. That's one that they become very boundaried. You could take the piss out of someone any other way. When it comes to their kids, they're like, I'm not having that one.
And
that's what you need to get to. If there's ever a time to be boundaried, it's around your children.
Yeah, exactly. And no one can't tell you nothing at the end of the day. Because it's like, if you let anything fly when it comes to your kids, then
you let anything,
you're high, just call yourself Matt.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing kind of thing. But that dilemma rubbed me up. What is that woman doing? She's doing a lot. Oh my God.
Just to be
Coming
clear,
around,
my mum
she's been there every day since the baby
my
was
kids
born.
before your mum does.
100%, because my mum's probably going to be doing everything.
My mum's going to probably be there with me.
Yeah, she's going to be showing me what to do and doing all of that. You are not the leading actress. You are supporting act. Okay, fall back. Like
that was like my big thing as well. Like I need my mum, by the grace of God, to be alive when I have children.
Yeah, she will.
I always think about like, do you know if your mum, you can be aggy? Oh, mum, leave me alone, man. But like, if it was like your mother-in-law, your sister,
you can't talk like that to your mother-in-law.
Yeah. But if it's your mum, you're like, leave me, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, let me do it. Let me do it. Yeah.
If it's someone else, you just kind of have to be like,
yeah, you have to have respect there, and it's just like, no, I don't feel like
I just want to be an aggy teenager again and be like, mama.
Yeah, 100%.
So those were the dilemmas. And the thing is, what's so funny about every single one of those dilemmas that they were set in the new year. You lot started the new year with
started off with chaos.
And I don't know if I love that for you, but I love it for us.
Exactly. I mean, it's great.
I love it for the content. It is great. It is amazing. It is, yeah. So, here is to 2026. I hope it's blessed. I hope it's filled with laughter and fun and joy and all of life's best bits. I hope all the desires of your hearts get seen to.
Amen.
And again, like I said, 2026 was a great year. So that is it for the first ep of the year.
Yeah, I feel like
if you haven't joined us on Patreon, please do. And also, 2026 is here. So that means the things that we're going to circle back on.
Oh, we're circling
it's
back,
It's now time to circle back. And
I'm dizzy. I am spinning the block. Dizzy from all the circling.
Call me J-Lo and Ben Affleck because I am spinning that block. And the block we are spinning is the tour.
It's
the
back,
Receipt
baby. It never left,
podcast tour was postponed last year because Lord knows I would have had an attack on the stage.
Yeah, wouldn't have been.
I would have had a panic attack
ready
on the stage. It would have just, And we are obviously wanting to give you guys the best show, the best time. And I'm just saying, if I was you, if I had foresight, knowing it's going to be the 10th year of the show, I will come to these live shows.
100%. Go and get those tickets.
Go and get those tickets. We are international, honey. If you already bought your tickets and the dates were postponed, you still have your tickets. If for whatever reason you couldn't make it, I think you were able to get a refund anyway. But I think you should rebuy the tickets. I think you should all come to the show. Audrey, what cities will we be in?
We will be.
Do you know what I've heard?
No, I don't actually. We'll be in Birmingham. We'll be in Leeds. We're gonna be in Dublin, which I'm really, really excited about.
Audrey is very excited about Dublin.
Will we be in Bristol?
We will be in Bristol.
We'll be in Bristol.
And we'll be in London.
And we'll be in London.
We are not going to be in Manchester. Did you say Manchester?
No, I went to and I corrected myself.
Okay, cool. So we are going to be in Birmingham, Leeds, London, Bristol and Dublin. And the dates start from May 2026 to the 14th of May 2026.
It ends on the 14th.
Yes.
I should know that.
Starts on the 5th, ends on the 14th.
Okay,
January,
got it.
March, April, May. Yeah. So you got a couple of months, get your tickets. I think we should kind of do that as like a 40th celebration for you as well. Because it'll just be a month after your birthday.
It will be. And I'll be celebrating my 40th all year, by the way.
It's gonna. If you guys have been hearing, if you guys were here 10 years ago,
I'll be accepting
when
presents.
Audrey kept saying, because you know I'm 30. Oh my God.
I literally used to say that all the time. That was my go-to.
Audrey was like her like finger. If we said anything that was like Audrey was like, well, I'm going to now give advice
because I'm 30.
Because you know I'm 30.
Because you know I'm 30. Because you know I'm 30.
And now you're going to be 40.
I know I'm going to be 40. Do you know how insane that is?
That is crazy.
Yep. Literally, that was my bar. I don't condone it and I don't condemn it.
And because you know I'm
I'm 30.
I know more than you guys. Yeah, you know I am 30.
You know I'm 30 and you know I just turned 30 and I'm 30 and you know I'm 31 and 30. And
now we're at 40.
Now we're about to hit the big 40. Exactly.
It's
That's
exciting.
Insane. Yeah, absolutely. Like it's a blessing. Like, I'm really excited about the full floor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So yeah, be sure to get your tickets, guys. We look forward to seeing you, to giving you the best show. What should I expect?
Oh, fun, laughter, tears,
looks,
crying.
Oh my God, there's gonna be so much tears.
Oh my God, like there's gonna be it's just gonna be a vibe.
It's gonna be great times.
Yeah,
it's gonna be amazing times. I'm looking forward to doing the tour and doing.
Same, because we haven't done one in a minute.
No, and
so I'm looking forward to
being
going
hotel
around.
buddies.
Yeah, and like traveling around and having a bed to myself for the night and not being kicked in the head. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
But yeah, grab your tickets. We can't wait to see you. Let's start 2026 with a bang. I've been your girl, Tolly T.
Just call me Audrey.